We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Michael Dean, nicely done. Welcome to DBL, everyone. It's Monday, December 14th. I am Tori. I'm here with Alan, Brandon. Lindsay joins us from home, completing the circle of the OG 1030 panel, and Captain Planet has been called. I'm so glad.
Look at that bright smile and that bright shirt. I love it. Hey, Lindsay.
Looking good, looking good. All right.
Let me tell you, this shirt is so bright. I feel like I'm not in the proper Christmas spirit with this bright colored vacation shirt on.
You are, because guess what? It's a bright moment that so many of us have been waiting for. The first Americans are getting the vaccine today.
That's a vaccine shirt.
This is a critical care nurse right here in New York City named Sandra Lindsay, who was the very first New Yorker to be immunized. An estimated 2.9 million doses of the vaccine are being distributed across the country this week, and UPS and FedEx have teamed up to make the deliveries. Here's what Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar told the Today Show about it this morning.
This is a 94% effective vaccine. It's gone through every aspect of FDA process with integrity and transparent data. Late February, in the March time period, I think you'll start seeing much more like a flu vaccination campaign, people going into their Kroger, their CVS, their Walgreens.
The general
Walmart.
population.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is wonderful news. Lindsay, I want to go to you first. There's a reason I think they picked a black woman to get it first in some respects, because of what has happened historically to African Americans in this country with vaccinations. What do you think about that?
Shouldn't we get it second?
Yeah, there's a really low rate, I think, of African American and people in general that are really excited to get the vaccination first, because most vaccines take up to 5 years and this one took less than a year. So there are definitely concerns. But to see someone of color get it done, and to see the people we've seen in the UK get it done, it kind of is I like what Andrew Cuomo said today, that this is the beginning of the final chapter of the COVID book. And so I think that we all know that we finally got to that last chapter. Now all we have to do is stay diligent and think about what each one of us can do to keep each other safe and get everybody vaccinated, so that we can just move forward. Because I think that everybody is really over this and wants to be healthy again, and in a place where we can see and touch and be around people and safe.
Can you imagine touching like another human?
No.
For real.
A real hug? That'd be strange.
Like, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
So are you both excited? Do you have hesitations, Brandon?
I'm more with what Lindsay said last week about, or 2 weeks ago, about how more it was halftime rather than saying it's the final chapter. Because if you think about it, bless you, if you think about it, we still have, according to Fauci and the CDC, that we still have 4 to 6 months of this grim period while this vaccine is rolling out. And they're saying that life may not go back to normal until around early 2022. So I'm thinking like this is just that halftime period.
You're pacing yourself.
At the same time, it's still a glimpse of hope for a lot of people.
Yeah, you're more pacing yourself.
Yes.
Al, just in general, you take the vaccine. Are you okay with it?
In a second.
Yeah.
You know, people are very hesitant about technology, but I mean, look at what we can do now. You can FaceTime with somebody in Iceland for free. We invented the microwave, the airplane. We've done incredible. We've sent people to the moon. We can make a vaccine. We've done before.
Nice.
So all this pushback we're having about the vaccine, it's so weird. They're acting like this is the first one ever. Human beings have done some incredible things.
But let me ask you a question, Al. Is that the biologist in you, or is that the black person in you that's saying that when it comes to the science? Like the black man in you, do you feel like this is a safe vaccine?
Or that it was rushed a little, right? Some people feel it was rushed.
Yes, it was, because we have a global pandemic and everybody's economy is on fire right now. So yeah, we are in a rush, but we do have to understand that because, and I heard this from some of my homies on my group chat, you know, they were saying, I don't trust it. It came too quickly. How did we get a vaccine this quickly? We've never had anything like that. Usually when we're looking for vaccines or diseases that cure, like something that might be found in the Jewish community or something that happens to people in sub-Saharan Africa, there's 1 or 2, you know, places that are working on that. When the entire world is working on one thing in unison, things get done much more quickly.
All right, good to hear from everyone. Good convo. Well, the Wall Street Journal, is facing a lot of backlash right now, all over a very controversial article it published over the weekend. It was an op-ed, first off. I want to make sure people know that. The article asked First Lady-elect Dr. Jill Biden to drop the title from her name, the doctor title. The author called the 69-year-old kiddo and suggested Biden consider stowing away her title, adding a wise man once said that no one should call himself a doctor unless he has delivered a child. Dr. Jill Biden responded, tweeting, "Together we will build a world where the accomplishments of our daughters will be celebrated rather than diminished." DBL Nation, we got to know what you think. Should only medical doctors be allowed to use the doctor title? Lindsay, that would take away, I guess, Dr. Martin Luther King, Doctor of Divinity, psychiatry, entire genres of work.
Dre.
What do you think? Dr. Dre?
Right. I mean, some people go to school for more than 7 years to get their doctorate and become PhD candidates and go through rigorous training so that they can teach other people that go on and learn things in school, like your children. So I don't, to diminish this, but to also to nitpick an op-ed, which is opinions and editorials that have been around for years and ages. It's like, okay, this is someone's opinion. You're allowed to take it or leave it. That's that section of the Washington Post. It happens all the time.
Wall Street Journal,
and so
yeah.
I think to take this information and I don't even know why Jill Biden responded to it. I mean, she worked really hard to have that doctor title. And so are you going to respond to every single thing? You're going to be the president's, the first lady of the United States soon. It's almost like, why?
See, I'll push back a little bit. I thought the editorial staff of the Wall Street Journal really stepped in it, because why was it Jill Biden, right? Even Doug Emhoff, if you don't know him, that's Kamala Harris's husband, the second gentleman, as we'll be calling him. This was his tweet, and I want you to look at it at the very end. Do we have it right there? Dr. Biden earned her degree through hard work and pure grit. It keeps going on and on. But then read the last sentence. This story would never have been written about a man. I found this rhetoric old, tired, misogynistic. You can have the opinion, Joseph Epstein, but the Wall Street Journal is a better paper than that and shouldn't have published it. I think it was just literally clickbait, and we ain't biting, in my opinion.
We just did a story on it.
The vote here is that 85% of you say no, should only medical doctors be allowed to hold the doctor title. Do you want anything more than to mock me? Do you have anything else to say?
You know, and Linz, I believe, does your mom have her PhD?
No, but my cousin does, and you know, a lot of people in my family do, and so I think that it's important to know how much training and how much rigorous training they went through to teach things like African American studies at different schools like Princeton and Ivy League, and how hard and rigorous, how they've become authors and things like that. Other things that are have real impact on our lives. So to diminish that, I agree with Tori that this man is a fool. I disagree with his opinion, but he's allowed to write an opinion op-ed article, I think,
totally agree
in the
with
Washington
you.
Post.
But I think the Wall Street Journal used it as clickbait, and I think it was shame on them. I know a lot of people canceling their subscription. Al, do you have anything to say about it?
That's it.
Okay, all right. Moving on to the Cleveland Indians. I don't know if y'all have heard, they are reportedly changing the name
Cleveland
of its baseball team after 105 years. The decision comes after groups like the National Congress of American Indians worked for decades to try and get the name changed, but many, including the president, say that the decision was, quote, cancel culture at work. Brandon, first off, let's not just say it's the Indians, it's that mascot, right? That mascot with the guy with the feather in his hair as sort of a caricature has always rubbed me the wrong way. I come from Washington, D.C., where we had the Redskins, so I was always uncomfortable with these two. What are your thoughts as a former professional athlete?
Well, there's a reason why in 2018 they got rid of that logo, you know. But I look at this as it's deeper than what people are trying to say when it comes to cancel culture, because I believe that there are two different or separate American histories being taught out there, this patriotic education. Because if you realize, if you really take a step and really look at and listen to the people that are saying this is offensive, you'll realize that if we change the name, the Chiefs to the Kansas City Karens, you realize if that was offensive to you, you would want that name removed. And at the end of the day, Al, no one's going to the game just to see the mascot. It doesn't matter. You're there to see the actual game. So why not in a sport or in something that brings us all together? Why still keep some sort of hate message in there? I don't understand.
You know what? Because people don't care, Brandon, unless you're doing something that might relate to them. As somebody that's a diehard Cleveland fan, I grew up in Cleveland. When the Cavs won the title, I was at my buddy's house. I excused myself and locked the door, turned the faucet on, and cried my eyes out. And I cried because it wasn't about the nickname, the Cavs. It was because the Cleveland Cavaliers represented a connection to the men in my family. When I was a young guy, that's how I connected with my father, my uncle that took me to my first former Cleveland Indians game. I'll never forget that. So it's the memories that are attached to that. When you start talking about not changing the name because it's something that you don't want, as opposed to not giving somebody the dignity that they're politely asking for, I think that's something within you. I don't think it has anything to do with basketballs and gloves.
Interesting, interesting. Well, so much. Sean Davis says, I'm all for inclusion, but this is where we cross the line. The Indians were named out of respect for a star player at the time. So a lot of different ideas here. I can't imagine.
But you could call this the DBL Negroes. Because we're naming
that was the original
it
title.
That would be great.
That's not the original
But
title.
I'm just saying, you could say it out of respect, for me, Lindsay and Al. But at the same time, if it's still offensive, derogatory, it's still offensive.
Well, let's hope it's not the Cleveland Karens. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. Okay, so a man in Las Vegas climbed out onto the wing of a plane and the whole thing was caught on video. The man was filmed on the wing of an Alaska Airlines plane on Saturday. This was prior to takeoff. The man was sitting and walking on the wing. He then removes his socks and his shoes. He then tries to climb the winglet before sliding down and a boom.
Oh.
He is okay, but he was then taken into custody. Brandon, there's something on the wing.
Why
Lindsay.
I have to go first on
Sorry,
this
I know
one?
why I went to you.
I could look. If I'm sitting in my seat waiting to take off, I'm just going to tell the pilot to go. Like, just go.
Yeah,
just
and they're
take
going to
off.
listen to you.
Just take
Brandon
off.
London.
What else you want me to do?
27C is ready.
Make some sense of this, please.
Lindsay, can you
Yeah, Lindsay,
please
what do
help
you
us
think?
with this? What is this?
Yeah,
what are
tell
we
us.
looking at?
Well, look, one part of me is like, man, COVID is really driving people crazy, and I get it, because I'm literally about to lose my mind over here. But on the other hand, I'm like, listen, he held up the plane from 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. All of y'all have been on a plane. Imagine just taxiing for like 5 hours. Like, he ruined everybody's day. It's the holiday. He's a disaster. He has to go.
And to be honest, I could...
He has to go to therapy.
Yeah, and he is going to a mental institution, I believe, but I would have taken the Instagram video of there's something on the wing, and then after I posted that, 5 hours later, I'm like, it wasn't worth it. We need to go.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. That was good.
Yeah.
What's that?
Al doesn't
that.
find it funny at all.
She has been waiting for the something on the wing since probably 6:10 this morning, so I was going to let her have it. I was not going to let no pushback.
It's literally written down. Okay. Coming up on DBL, thank you for all that. A young music executive's shocking death. Could this unsolved mystery from the 90s be linked to the OJ Simpson case? That is in True Crime Chronicles. Stay tuned. Welcome back to DBL. In the 90s, Brett Cantor was Hollywood royalty, a music executive who was brutally killed. The investigation went cold, but could his death be tied to the OJ Simpson case? It's all part of a new podcast series out now. Here's an inside look in DBL's True Crime Chronicles.
Brett Cantor grew up in the heart of Hollywood with his family. His father, Paul, was a well-known music manager who helped guide the careers of big artists like B.J. Thomas and Dionne Warwick. Following in his father's footsteps, Brett went on to work with Chrysalis Music Group and helped discover legendary bands like Rage Against the Machine. He was also part owner of the nightclub The Dragonfly in Hollywood, where celebrities often visited, and it's where he met his girlfriend, actress Rose McGowan. At just 25 years old, there was no slowing him down until one mysterious night changed everything. It was July 30th, 1993. Brett was seen leaving a club in Beverly Hills around 1 a.m. 24 hours later, Brett's brother found his body inside his apartment. He was brutally murdered. His throat was slashed, and he had been stabbed multiple times. It's been almost 30 years, and Brett's killer is still out there. Could the conspiracy theories be true? Is Brett's case linked to the OJ Simpson trial? In 1994, 1 year after Brett's death, America was glued to their TVs as police chased OJ Simpson. He was accused of killing his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and Ron Goldman. Their bodies were found with very similar injuries to Brett's. Nicole was also a regular at the Dragonfly, and Ron worked there as a waiter. Brett's murder case came back into the spotlight when OJ's defense team argued the similarity of the three killings meant it was the same person and not him. OJ was acquitted of the murders in 1995. For now, both cases remain a mystery. So what really happened? It's all being dished in the new true crime podcast, Dragonfly, Brett Cantor Murder Mystery.
Earlier, we spoke with the creators of this new podcast to get an exclusive first look. We are joined by the co-creators of this brand new podcast, JC Nova and retired homicide detective Pat Tapia. Your podcast launches an investigation into the cold case and murder of Brett Cantor, a well-known music executive and 90s Hollywood royalty. JC, no one has touched Brett's story in years. So what made you want to bring it back into the spotlight and do this podcast?
Well, I actually met Brett in 1992 when I was in college. I worked at a restaurant called Damiano's, and he was one of the nightly regulars there. And obviously, when he was murdered, it just really shocked us. And we were so surprised that more attention wasn't paid to it because he was very high profile. And next door, Patrick moved in next door to me at the building that I lived in. And I had asked him about the case. I said, is there any way that you could check into it and see what's going on? And that's kind of how Dragonfly was started.
It's been almost 30 years, 30 years later, and Brett's case is still cold. Pat, you've worked in law enforcement for decades. Why do you think this case has been so hard to crack, and who do you think did it?
There's several different rabbit holes you could go down to. And there's a lack of cooperation from a lot of people back when Brett was murdered. And without a solid motive or some physical evidence of who might have been the perpetrators, those are really difficult to investigate. They're very difficult to solve.
Yeah, cold cases are notorious for that. Pat, what are the ties between Brett's murder and the OJ Simpson case? And do you believe that connection kind of hurt or actually helped Brett's case?
Well, first of all, there's really no connection other than a stabbing instrument was used in both murders. I think that Brett's case got overshadowed by the notoriety of the OJ Simpson case, along with several other things that happened during the few years that transpired after Brett's murder.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, JC, you spoke with Brett's family and friends. What was the most shocking thing they shared with you in the podcast? And has Rose McGowan or any other celebrity spoken out about Brett?
There was quite a few shocking incidents. We know that he got a phone call at 2:30 in the morning. And then at 3:30 in the morning, the neighbors heard him yell, help, help, please don't kill me. They didn't call the police. His body wasn't found until 24 hours later by his brother Cliff when he didn't show up for work. Rose McGowan has done a lot to move the case forward. We were really surprised to know that there is actually a person of interest. The case was reopened in 2006.
We're kind of thinking that Brett either found out something that was going on at the club or something else, and that in order to silence him and make him cooperate or go along with the program, he was visited by these people who killed him.
You've got yourself a new subscriber for sure in me. The Dragonfly Brett Cantor Murder Mystery podcast is out now. To listen, just search for it on your favorite podcast player. Pat and JC, thank you for publicizing this case so it can get the attention that it deserves. You all are heroes for that. Thank you for being here, and we'll be right back.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. I just wanted to let everyone know we wanted to say rest in peace to Charlie Pride. He was an African-American country western singer who died at 86. He was a true pioneer who crossed over into country music when there was virtually zero or very few African-Americans in that genre. And he's given rise to people like Darius Rucker who are now leading the charts in that way.
Yeah, and I didn't know this, but he played professional baseball before he crossed over to music. He played in the Negro League, so. Yeah.
You know what, Brandon? I just don't want to stay focused on his death. I'm sorry, Lindsay. I'm just saying he lived a great life. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was saying a lot of people, to go with Brandon's analogy, compared him to the Jackie Robinson of country music because he immersed himself in a genre that really largely didn't accept people of color. So he will sorely be missed.
Totally agreed. And remember, kiss an angel good morning. We hope he will. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.
On Daily Blast Live.
It's been a long time coming. COVID-19 vaccines are rolling out in the U.S. as celebration ensues over one of the first people to get it. Will you get in line? outrage over an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal urging Jill Biden to ditch the doctor in her name. Does every person with a doctorate degree deserve the title, or just physicians? After more than a century, the Cleveland Indians are changing their team name that has been criticized as racist. DBL Nation, do you agree with the decision? And saying goodbye to Black country music legend Charlie Pride.
And love her like the devil when you get back home.
Why many are now tying his death due to COVID-19 to his CMA's appearance.
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
I missed that 3-2 very strong. Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, everyone, and Chris. It's Monday, December 14th. I'm here with Jeff and Al. Sam has the day off, and Erica is joining us from home. Hi, Erica. How you doing?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We'll get one of those. I need it. But guess what? It is good because it's the moment so many of us have been waiting for. The very first Americans are getting the COVID-19 vaccine today. Come on.
Yay!
Okay. This is a critical care nurse in New York City named Sandra Lindsay, who is the very first New Yorker to be immunized. An estimated 2.9 million doses of the vaccine are being distributed across the country this week, and UPS and FedEx have teamed up to make the deliveries. So here's what Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar told the Today Show about it this morning.
This is a 94% effective vaccine. It's gone through every aspect of FDA process with integrity and transparent data. Late February, in the March time period, I think you'll start seeing much more like a flu vaccination campaign, people going into their Kroger, their CVS, their Walgreens.
The general population.
Walmart. Yeah.
Wow.
Erica, how do you feel about this? And do you think they made it on purpose to have a person of color get the first vaccine? We have the Tuskegee experiment that went horribly wrong for people of color in this country, and I wonder if you thought it made a difference.
Well, I mean, didn't go horribly wrong. It was an infliction of a actual disease into
syphilis, yeah.
perfectly healthy humans and using black people as guinea pigs. But other than that, I do think that every point or everything that we're seeing is very purposefully orchestrated. I don't think that it was a fluke, that it was a person of color. I know that the black population has really expressed a lot of distrust when it comes to vaccines, especially because of the history of the Tuskegee experiment. But I think this is a really great day.
I do too. Al, what do you think about this?
I'm excited. You know, I mean, I know people have a lot of worries about what they're putting in their body, and that's a good thing. But let's not forget all the incredible things that we have done. All the vaccines that we have that we don't even think about. We've perfectly seamlessly introduced fluoride into our water. We're healthier people. We've gotten the message out about watching your sugar, walking after dinner, watching your diabetes, which my dad passed away from. So I think that we have done a lot of good strides in healthcare. And I don't want the naysayers to just hold us back from something that could possibly allow us to go back to some semblance of normal life, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Al. I think a lot of people are hating on the vaccine, right? But they want a cure, but they don't want it this way. So we were talking before the show, me and Tori, and saying a lot of athletes, surprisingly enough, we were talking sports. A lot of athletes, I mean, if you look in the NBA, NFL, even fighting, you know, there's a fighter that recently couldn't fight anymore because he's not going to get better, but his body's broken down, his blood pressure is not coming back because he had COVID and the complications of it, right? So it's like, you don't want the vaccine, but you also don't want COVID, so I don't know what we could do for you, right?
We had a college player collapse on the court this week, and it was said that it was due to COVID.
Correct, in Florida, so it's very, very scary. We have Dr. Coley coming on to talk more about it, so I appreciate that convo. This is a crazy story, and I'm sure some of you have seen this. The Wall Street Journal is facing a lot of backlash right now, okay? All over a very controversial op-ed it published over the weekend. So the article asked First Lady-elect Dr. Jill Biden to drop the doctor title from her name. The author called the 69-year-old kiddo and suggested Biden consider stowing away her title, adding, and this is a quote from someone else that he quoted, "A wise man once said that no one should call himself doctor unless he has delivered a child." Yeah. Dr. Jill Biden responded, tweeting, "Together we will build a world where the accomplishments of our daughters will be celebrated rather than diminished." Erica, this takes away Dr. Martin Luther King, the Doctor of Divinity, psychiatry, an entire inclusion of multiple genres of careers. Your mother is a doctor. Do you have anything to say on this?
Correct. As the daughter of Dr. Nell Cobb, Professor Emeritus, DePaul University, I find this to be so ironic. That's a photo of me and my mother at the White House in 2016 when she was there for the symposium on STEM research. Wow. Or, excuse me, for STEM, for her in-STEM program, and with Big Mama, and then also when we were at DePaul University together celebrating her and her accomplishments. This is so ironic. During that symposium, they talked about if you can see it, you can be it. So for this guy to speak up in this time and decide that this is the hill that he wants to die on, to have one of the most highly influential and visible females in the world to drop her title when she's getting to the point where everyone will see her is highly ironic. It's also interesting to me that he had the privilege of teaching at Northwestern University for 30 years without an advanced degree. He never got his doctorate. My mother got her doctorate when she had 3 children at home and 1 in her belly. He's never experienced someone walking into a lecture hall the first day and seeing him and thinking, well, I don't want this person to be my professor because they are a female or they are a person of color. He has never experienced being in his office and having someone come in and refer to my mother as Mrs., but then going next door to the white male's office and referring to them as doctor. So this reeks of privilege all up and down. And I have to give him a little bit of credit. At least he understands, even in his 69 years, how to make some smoke, but this is smoke that we don't really need to talk about because it's a moot point. He has not a PhD, an EDD, or a DR to his name to have any skin in the game. So next.
Very well said. Also, just note to men and women out there, don't call us kiddos. Never.
Condescending.
Don't ever do it. Please don't.
How about the kids?
Yeah, it's fine, but again, well said. All right, we got to move on to this. The Cleveland Indians are reportedly changing the name of its baseball team after 105 years. So the decision comes after groups like the National Congress of American Indians worked for decades to try and get the name changed. But many, including the president, said the decision was, quote, cancel culture at work. DBL Nation, we got to know what you think. Should the Cleveland Indians change their name? Is this cancel culture? And that's a fair point to bring up. Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. As we're talking, you can vote and you will see the bars moving. I come from Washington, D.C. that had the Washington Redskins, which is a horrendous name, and I'm glad we finally changed it. But to me, if you culturally have a historical context of hurting a marginalized group of people and they're feeling hurt, you do something about it. That's not cancel culture. That's decades of prejudice.
Jeff, what do you think?
You're from Cleveland, right? And this is let me go back to the sport of it, right? Yeah. This is your team. You only know the Cleveland Indians, right? So you're like, man, I love the Cleveland Indians. How do you feel about the name being taken away? Is this all good in your eyes, or is there some sort of like historical past that you have as a kid that you're always going to remember the Cleveland Indians?
You know, the historical, that's a great question, Jeff. The historical, especially for sports fans, and I can't speak for you, but you and I are alike in so many ways. It's weird.
We have the Chicago Blackhawks. So,
yeah, definitely. That too. As sports fans, I feel like sports is the first thing that you can connect with your older male adults as a kid. So when the Cavs won their title in 2000, or female, yes. I'm speaking as a boy trying to connect with your uncles and your father. So when you first have those memories, and when the Cavs won their title in 2016, when I shed tears of joy in my friend's bathroom with the door locked and the faucet on because I'm a man and I can't show emotion, I was crying because it just signified. I thought about the relationships with the people that I loved in the years of following this team and the bad seasons and the good seasons. So when they won, I wasn't thinking about the Cavaliers' name and what is a Cavalier and is that a pirate? I don't think people care about the Indians. I don't think you care necessarily about the Blackhawks. You care about the memory that's attached to going to the Blackhawks games with your dad and him getting you a hot dog and you sit next to your dad and there are other adults around. You're like, I'm a grown-up. Those memories is what you care about. The name is just a way for politicians to get the phrase cancel culture out there.
But don't
go ahead, please.
Well, don't you think that if you're an Indian, you would care? If you're a Native American, you would care?
Right, no, I'm saying they care. Yeah. They should care. And if somebody cares, change it.
Yeah,
who cares?
I think we all agree on the panel that you change it. You know what I mean? But looking back, like to the days of being a boy, right? And then you go to those games. I don't think that's going to change my memories if the name changes to make someone else feel better. But the question I want to know, Al, you cried when the Cavs won. What'd you do when the Indians, or I'm sorry, the former Cleveland Indians, they lost to the Chicago Cubs in the World Series?
I was at a bar in D.C. and yeah.
Come on,
that was a rough one. The only thing was it was such a great game. It was like a movie game. Game 7, rain delay, decided in the extra innings. And honestly, so many of my friends are Chicago people, including y'all, that I was really happy for y'all. And we had won the title that year, so I was like, y'all can have it.
And my son was born 2 weeks before that, so he got to see the Chicago Cubs win.
That's awesome.
That's really good. All right, let's see what you guys said. 68% said no. Should the Cleveland Indians change their name? No. Majority of you say no.
There's been dozens of name changes. Syracuse.
Oh, yeah.
St. John's. The Washington Bullets.
Now we're the Wizards. Absolutely. Write us in so we know what you're thinking. Erica, please stick around. Coming up on DBL, we're honoring the legacy of legendary singer and entertainer Charlie Pride, how he broke barriers in the country music genre. Plus, actor Shia LaBeouf is responding after being accused of abuse and other bad behavior. What's his side of the story? And crazy scene caught on camera at the Las Vegas airport. Where else? Guess what happens in Vegas doesn't always stay there. Good one. We'll be right back.
Did 2 healthcare workers in the UK have allergic reactions to the COVID vaccine? And should you be concerned? There are hundreds of articles, headlines, and social media posts about this, so let's break down the known facts and what they mean for you. Our main source is the National Health Service in the UK and Dr. Shmuel Shoham, an associate professor at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine. First, what actually happened? Well, according to Stephen Powis, the National Medical Director for the NHS in the UK, quote, 2 people with a history of significant allergic reactions responded adversely. He adds that both are recovering well. So that happened Tuesday, which led the NHS to publish this advisory for vaccinations in the UK. It says, quote, you should not have the vaccine if you've ever had a serious allergic reaction to medicines, vaccines, or food. So what does this mean for you? Well, Dr. Shoham told us a small number of allergic reactions is normal and that you have to make an individual choice about the vaccine based on your own health.
I think that you have to balance the risk of getting coronavirus. I look at myself, I'm a few pounds overweight. I have to work, so I see I'm not hunkering down in my home. If I'm to get coronavirus, bad things can happen. I'd love a vaccine, and I'm willing to take the risk of an allergic reaction to it. On the other hand, you might have somebody who might make a different calculation for their body.
Keep in mind, at this point, the UK has administered thousands of COVID vaccines, and so far, we've only seen a few reported cases of allergic reactions. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Awesome side view. Love it. Welcome back to DBL. Okay, a man in Las Vegas climbed out onto the wing of a plane and the whole thing was caught on video. Here we go. The man was filmed on the wing of an Alaska Airlines plane on Saturday. This was prior to takeoff. The man was sitting there, walking on the wing. At some point, he removes his socks and then his shoes. Then he tries to climb the winglet, I didn't know that's what it was called, before sliding down and boom. Now, he is okay before he was taken into custody.
For the record, that is how you get off a plane wing. That's the only way to get off.
So Al, what do you think? It seems like there's something on the wing.
Tori, I have nothing to say about this. I need to hear from Jeff and/or Erica. Jeff, you're the resident airport.
Well, I'm just wondering, he lost his mind, but he did not lose his sweater that was tied around his waist.
No, that's
surprising. That's a big feat. That's a big
smart.
feat. How did he get up there?
How do you get there? That's my question. Erica, what do you think about this? And also, so you know, the people in that plane had to wait from 12. They were supposed to take off at 12. They had to wait till 5 to take off.
So mad.
So mad.
I was thinking about that. Anytime someone does something stupid, especially at an airport, I'm like, okay, this is affecting everybody now, because you know the flight is going to get delayed. Now everybody's all screwed up. But it did remind me, a few years ago, I was at the Las Vegas airport. I was flying back, and I had been out like dancing the night away, had an early flight. I'm standing in this store, and apparently I was so still, this woman comes up behind me and starts to like stroke my bag, like looking at it. I am not even kidding you. I am not even kidding you. She goes, "Oh my God, I thought you were a mannequin." Like she's
so out of it.
I was so slow. She thought I was a mannequin.
That's more of a compliment to you, Erica, that you look like a. My mannequin would be a Dad Bods Plus.
No one would be like, "You're a mannequin," because I'd be like, "Hey, where's the nachos?"
That's really. How have I never heard that story, Erica?
That's amazing, Erica.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
All right, coming up on DBL, the cast of the beloved Christmas movie Elf reunites virtually. Jeff is in heaven, but they ran into a little bit of a snafu. Next, our medical pro, Dr. Coley, joins us to talk about the COVID vaccine like we were discussing as it gets shipped out across the country. Stay tuned for this conversation. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. We're continuing to talk about the big news of the day, and that is the COVID-19 vaccine. After several long months of not knowing when the end is in sight, we do have a vaccine, and the shipments are happening right now all across the country. As we showed you earlier, healthcare workers are even taking the shot on live TV. Joining us now is someone who has been here since March. I love her a lot. Welcome, Dr. Coley. And Dr. Coley, we have a lot of questions, viewer questions about the vaccine. So I want to get started. First up, Kathy writes, if you've tested positive and recovered, do you need the vaccine?
Kathy, I would recommend the vaccine. So the CDC has not issued formal guidance on this, but as you know, there are some people that don't make antibodies even after they've had COVID-19. Some people make antibodies but then lose them as early as 2 to 3 months and can be at risk of reinfection. And we also don't know if the immunity to the vaccine actually lasts longer than natural immunity. So for those reasons, I would recommend getting it for sure.
All right, Doc, our next question comes from Larry. He says, does Dr. Coley agree with the decision to give healthcare workers the vaccine first before the general population?
Oh, this is a good one, Larry. And I have to tell you, my friends and I have had a lot of heated arguments about this. So on one hand, obviously, we healthcare workers are at the highest risk of exposure, right? So yeah, maybe we should be first in line. But on the other hand, healthcare workers wear PPE all day long. They know how to protect themselves. So if the point of rolling out the vaccine is really to make a dent in all the American lives that are being lost every day, then shouldn't we actually be giving it to the community before we give it to the healthcare workers? Because that's how we're going to reduce hospitalizations. That's how we're going to reduce deaths. So I'm curious, what do you guys think? Do you think it was the right thing to give it to healthcare workers first?
1,000,000%.
Yes, I think that there should be some benefit for you putting your life on the line every day.
I thought your answer was fantastic. While you were saying, I'm like, oh, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Because I immediately thought healthcare workers first, but you kind of changed my mind a little bit about that.
Coley, with the mind changing.
That's right. All right, Dr. Coley, I like this question. It was sent in by O'Shea, which is actually Ice Cube's real name.
Is that right?
O'Shea Jackson, yes. Will the list of ingredients be made public? Will the makers of the vaccine be held liable for potential harm caused? Interesting.
Very interesting. So O'Shea, the list of ingredients is already public in the FDA briefing documents, and it has 4 simple things in it. You ready? The mRNA component, that's the active part, that genetic blueprint that we've talked about. Some fats to stabilize that mRNA component, some salts to maintain the pH of that, and then some sugar to protect it when it's being frozen to those ultra low temperatures. So there's no microchip that's monitoring you, there's no GPS tracking device, there's no actual virus, and all of those conspiracy theories really need to be laid to rest. And in terms of liability, that's a more interesting question because, you know, on one hand, this is a bit of an investigational product because it's been approved under emergency use. So I don't know what the company's liability would be because I'm not a lawyer. But obviously, from a doctor's perspective, because it's still being studied, I think they'll be relatively protected even if something wrong comes out of the vaccine.
I like that. I like that everyone thinks there's a chip in there. Yeah. You carry your phone with you everywhere, you morons.
Okay.
And also, like, they never sued Dr. House for trying really, like, out-of-the-box, like, cures.
The TV fictional character?
Yes, he never got sued. He was like, give me a pencil and some
What a terrible argument also.
He never got sued. Oh, he always knew what to do.
He wasn't real.
He thought outside the box.
Thank you so much, Doctor, who is real. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. We actually got a lot of Indigenous people writing in. Jerry wrote in that they said they absolutely should change the name because India is in Asia, not American. And we got another person, Derek Lovenstein, says perhaps you should have asked Native Americans since they are the only ones that have skin in this game. Some of you saying I wouldn't be able to keep up with the names of the sports teams after you keep changing them. Is that a real issue, you think?
No.
Or is that an
think
excuse?
So. I don't think so. Yeah, the Indian comment's interesting because Columbus, right? When he came here, he thought he was in India.
He sure did.
That's why they were called Indians.
He was lost.
Yeah, he was.
He was
but
lost.
I think that's interesting. I don't think a lot of people know that. Maybe they do, but I don't know. I'm just trying to drop some knowledge and look smart.
No, makes sense. I don't think we'll have a problem keeping up, though.
No.
I mean,
yeah, that's
wait a second. What was the hockey team from the town I grew up in for 40 years? Oh, I forgot.
I think we can figure that out.
They keep changing it every 60 years or so.
I can't figure it out. All right, enough of my hair. Remember, everyone, to watch DBL on Facebook or YouTube. You can always chat with us and other viewers, with the hosts always during the commercials, and we will read your comments on TV.
My comments?
No
They're
one
gonna be on
cares
TV?
about your comments.
Do you want me to say the Columbus comment
I think we're good. It's
Okay.
your chance to be part of DBL Nation, and if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up on DBL. I'm catching up with actress Rachel Bilson. She's sharing her favorite holiday traditions and last-minute gift ideas, and we're honoring the legendary life of country music star Charlie Pride. DBL is new every day. We'll be right back.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Kiss an angel good morning and love her like the devil when you get back home. Come on, y'all, help us sing this song. Kiss an angel good morning.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. That was the late, great Charlie Pride singing his hit song, Kiss an Angel, Good Morning, at the CMA Awards last month. He passed away from complications due to COVID-19 on Saturday. I'm Tori here with Jeff and Al. Sam has the day off. Erica also joins us from home. This is a hard one. Charlie Pride was a true legend. The singer broke so many barriers, becoming country music's first black star in the 1960s. And up until the 1990s, Charlie was the only black country singer signed to a major label. That's incredible. Earlier this month, Charlie performed at the CMAs, picking up a Lifetime Achievement Award. The event was held indoors, and many people in the crowd did not wear masks. Now, after Charlie's death, singer Maren Morris, who also attended the CMAs, tweeted, then deleted a post that suggested Charlie may have contracted the virus at the event. In a statement, the CMA said, quote, Charlie was tested prior to traveling to Nashville. He was tested upon landing in Nashville and again on show day, with all tests coming back negative. After returning to Texas following the CMA Awards, Charlie again tested negative multiple times. So I first want us to address Charlie Pride and what an amazing pioneer and musician he is. You wouldn't hear people like Darius Rucker taking over the charts now without him. He was the Jackie Robinson of that era. In fact, Jackie Robinson was his hero, and he actually played baseball, which it turned out.
Professional baseball. So what's a bigger feat? Playing professional baseball when he did, right? Or cracking into the country music business in the 1960s. I mean, this man took two things.
You're right.
And rose to the top of both of them. I mean, they should make a movie about this guy, because that's incredible. Just one of those.
And let's not forget what he did, Jeff, in terms of maybe being the pioneer that eventually led us into the crossover of hip hop with Old Town Road.
Oh, my God,
honestly,
great point,
He
Al.
has done so much for opening the doors for so many people, and I think that he is a shining example of what happens when you push all the noise and the haters and the naysayers aside, and you just stay on your path. I know that we lost him, and we can talk about was his death untimely or not, but let's focus on the 86 years that he had on this planet, because I'll take 86 Charlie Pride years over whatever's behind door number 2.
There were tough years, but what he did. I do want to bring it back to Maren Morris a little bit here, because I just don't like the comment, right? If all of that is true, that he was tested before, during, and after, and if Maren Morris didn't get COVID herself or know somebody at the show that got COVID, just to spit this out of this is how this legend died, I think it's a little irresponsible. I don't know why it rubs me the wrong way.
She speculated and insinuated when she shouldn't have. I agree. She's actually a really great ally to African Americans, and has always been in the country music world. But that was, I agree with you that was not a great tweet. I do agree that the CMAs, the optics to me felt funny. I just felt weird seeing people all together inside without a mask.
But if everybody's tested, it's like you're watching a baseball game or a football game or a hockey game or any other award show that we have. If you're tested, you should be okay to be around other people.
And I guess I feel more comfortable with award shows now that are done in like a simulcast that isn't everybody in the same room. It's just because I'm nervous about it, so it makes me nervous. But she shouldn't have tweeted it. I agree with you.
Hey.
There
you go. Starting the week off right.
You guys agreeing. I don't like it.
All right, well, this is another story that everyone's talking about. Shia LaBeouf is speaking out over allegations of abuse. Let me tell you the story. Last week, his ex-girlfriend, FKA Twigs, filed a lawsuit against him, claiming Shia had abused her, both physically and mentally. Then over the weekend, singer Sia, which you can see right here for the first time ever, called the actor a, quote, very sick pathological liar who conned her into having an adulterous relationship after he claimed he was single when he was not. In a statement to the New York Times, Shia said, quote, I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalizations. I've been abusive to myself and everyone around me for years. I have a history of hurting the people closest to me. I'm ashamed of that history, and I'm sorry to those I hurt. Shia also said he is currently sober in a 12-step program, but said many of the allegations against him are not true. Erica, I would love your take on this, because at one point FKA Twigs said he would sleep with a gun because he was sort of paranoid at all times, which made her obviously very paranoid for her life, and it made her a completely anxious and anxiety-ridden person. What do you feel about this and Shia's response?
I'm glad that she's speaking out about this because I think that this affects a lot more people than are willing to admit and come forward. Shia LaBeouf has been in crisis for quite some time. I've interviewed him a few times. I remember in 2008 interviewing him and him saying that one drink was too many and a million drinks wasn't enough.
Wow.
He's always been very transparent about his battles with substance abuse and the fact that, you know, he just cannot control himself when he is under the influence. So he's obviously someone who's been in and out of therapy, in and out of help, in and out of rehab, and hopefully it gets to the point where this sticks. I think the story about Sia is so interesting as a part of this too, because how many people have been in relationships with people who claim not to be in a relationship. So that part of the equation is like so common. There's just a lot to unpack here, but I hope he gets the help that he needs.
Yeah, and remember, a child actor, Al. I mean, we see a lot of people growing up with that. His father wasn't around, and hurt people, and he's opening up at least, but he sounds like a terrifying person to be around.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have the disease of alcohol and I'm sure substance abuse, and you have no boundaries. Usually people are bound by their financial status. You know, I would buy another bottle, but I can't. You know, or I would do this or I get fired. If you don't have those boundaries and you have that disease, this is how it manifests itself.
Just this perfect storm.
I just always compare. I think he's a great artist, right?
He's a great actor.
Taking that aside, I think he's a great artist. I think he's a little out there too. He thinks outside the box, and I think when those like genius and the way you think meet up in reality, then you have the substance abuse. This is all alleged. Not the best things happen. We've seen it over and over.
It's a recipe for disaster for people like that. I agree. Well, let's turn to some happier news. Jeff, can we get a close-up of you when I say this? The cast of Elf reunited for a virtual table reunion last night. That was actually like terrifying.
I thought I was the Grinch. Remember when that guy does the perfect
I hate
smile?
that. Was scary. I hate that. The original cast met over Zoom. Will Ferrell, Zooey Deschanel, Papa Elf, Bob Newhart all showed up, as did Santa, Ed Asner. He was filmed reading his script by his computer. Zoe and Will also recreated their fun duet of Baby It's Cold Outside. Take a look.
At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
Averting my pride.
Really can't stay. But it's cold outside.
Are we gonna acknowledge the hair?
And the beard?
And the beard? Will Ferrell letting it all go. So what do you love about Elf and why? A lot of people write in saying it's their favorite Christmas movie.
It's my favorite Christmas. It just never gets old. I think it's the kid in me, right? It's just like, by the way, there's some behind the scenes. I have to talk about that photo right there, that he looks giant. That's not like CGI. That's just him setting up here and everyone else setting up behind them, and they put it together. So that's kind of cool. It's behind the scenes. If you have the DVD, Alexa, thank you for that little insight. But I could watch it 100 times, and if you can too, because it's on all the time during Christmas, and I just laugh every single time.
I think it's because like classics like Bob Newhart, Ed Asner. I said I could watch Bob Newhart read a menu, and I'd be like, more, just more. You know what I mean? Al, comedian?
Yeah.
You ever seen? Have you ever seen Alf?
No, I've never seen Elf. I know.
Erica, have you seen Elf?
Well, I was just thinking favorite Christmas movie. I think I have seen Elf, but my favorite Christmas movie that I watch over and over is Best Man Holiday.
Oh, that's a good one.
I thought you were going to say Wish for Christmas, Erica.
Who was in Wish for Christmas, Jeff?
I don't know, some great actors, I'll tell you that.
Jeff Schroeder was in it. Pastor Paul. Oh, man. All right. Well, speaking of Santa, 2 undercover cops. This is insane. I feel like I'm on acid when I tell you this story. They dressed
How would you know what that felt like?
I don't know. I've heard stories. They dressed as Saint Nick and an elf, helped take down some would-be car thieves, okay? So the officers were stationed outside a shopping center to crack down on holiday crime. Santa spotted 3 men attempting to steal a Honda CR-V in the parking lot. He jumped into action. We've got the tape. Take a look.
Get him, Santa!
Get him, Santa!
Al, say something fun.
I don't like it. I don't like that Santa's, because I think about some 6-year-old kid driving by and seeing Santa just do like he's hitting a tackling dummy, and his Christmas that was already hanging on pins and needles with this COVID just goes like that would destroy me as a kid. That's daylight.
That was a weak tackle, though. That was like.
Well, the guy was he weighed more than he thought he did, so he did the spin throw down. Yeah, he had to get momentum going.
Erica, what did you think when you saw this? Ooh.
I'm just laughing at Al because that's exactly what I was thinking about. Like, there's some kid that's in the car with their mom who doesn't even see what's happening, and they're describing this entire scene, and the mother's like, "Okay, Jason, go back to your iPad."
See, I would be happy if my kid saw that. I'm like, see, Santa sticks up for the little people.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You're gonna get off from Santa.
Oh man! All right, there's another one. One woman has lit the internet on fire after she posted a video on TikTok rinsing her ground beef. I'm gonna let that sit for a hot second. In the video, the woman decides to get rid of all of the grease in the pan, then rinses the beef through a strainer in the sink, and then she puts it back into the pan and continues to cook it. Now, I do have to have a caveat here. Our senior producer, Michael Dean, who we love, also washes the beef grease off.
Listen, it doesn't make it right, Michael Dean. It does not make it right. First of all, if you want to get less fat, just get 80-20, 90-10. You know, there's different percentages you could get in beef to make it less fat.
Yeah, let's be clear. Michael Dean is very fit, so he's trying to keep the fat off. He's one of the strongest men I know.
Listen,
here's Michael Dean.
If washing your meat looks like that,
Jeffrey Schroeder.
then sign me up.
Yeah, there you go, Michael Dean.
Honestly, I don't like it. I feel like it's a good way to. First of all,
your juices are gone.
Yeah, your flavor.
Flavor.
Let's call it what it is. Let's use the real F word, flavor. You're getting rid of flavor, and the question is, do you hate yourself? If you hate yourself, let's go ahead and have another sad meal where we weighed everything out. If not, and put some spices on it and enjoy everything.
And dangerous, mind you. If you got a hot pan with oil in there and
It
you
could
throw
splatter.
meat with water that's all on there.
Splattering meat everywhere. I will say on Real Housewives, Erica, I don't know if you know when Lisa Vanderpump was trying to teach someone how to do a chicken, and she says wash the chicken, she used soap, the woman. Do you remember that, Erica? I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. We
know.
all know that she's not making her own chickens.
Thank you.
She has like 15 restaurants. She's not making her own chickens. She didn't know.
She didn't know. Coming up on DBL, you know her from the OC and Heart of Dixie, but did you know Rachel Bilson has a little knack for giving gifts? Don't worry, she's got last-minute holiday gift guides coming up for you next.
We want to thank you for spending your time with us.
For sending us your comments and opinions.
Especially when you don't agree with us.
That's what this show is about.
And it's because of you we're all a family, and we cherish it.
From all of us here at DBL,
we want to wish you a happy holiday
and a healthy new year.
Social media could be a breeding ground for misinformation, and the Verify team is here to go straight to the source to find out what's real and what's not. Today we're talking about posts like this. Quote, Biden's COVID-19 task force recommends withholding food stamps from vaccine refusers. So let's verify. Are these claims true? We started by taking a closer look at the online posts. Many linked to an article on a website called thetruthaboutvaccines.com. The same article has been shared on many other websites as well. The post references someone named Dr. Luciano Borio. Back in November, the Biden-Harris transition team announced that she would be on a COVID-19 advisory board. The article claims that Borio, quote, says that people who refuse to be vaccinated should be deprived of food stamps and rent assistance. It then links to this July report as supposed proof. It was put together by the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security and Texas State University. Borio is listed as one of the 23 members of the working group tasked with mapping out the best way to disperse a vaccine. But the claim that food stamps would be withheld for anybody who refused a vaccine is just not in the report. Here's what the report does say about food stamps. The working group recommended that public health agencies, quote, bundle vaccination with other safety net services so people could access the vaccine more easily. Saying this, quote, could be a way to build trust and streamline vaccine provision. We also reached out to the two chairs of this working group. Monica Shaxbana from the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security, and Emily Brunson from Texas State University. They confirmed that they were recommending that vaccines be available alongside other services, but that, quote, we do not advocate that such social supports ever be withheld in connection with an individual's vaccination status. So this claim is false. The working group did not suggest that services like food stamps would be withheld if people refuse a vaccine. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
Actress Rachel Bilson rose to fame on hit shows like The OC and Heart of Dixie. Earlier, she shared some very clever gift ideas with me in today's Chatting with the Stars. Rachel Bilson, welcome to DBL. Many of us are just starting to shop and ship out gifts for the holidays, and you actually have some good tips for finding the perfect gifts. But first, I want to know what your favorite Christmas traditions are, and did you have to tweak any this year just during the pandemic?
My family, especially my mom's side, is Italian. We're all about cooking and baking, and so we do a huge feast for Christmas Eve. We do all the Christmas cookies that I look forward to every year. And this year, my daughter gets to do it all with us, so I'm really looking forward to that.
What's your favorite Christmas cookie?
Oh, that's so hard to pick.
I know.
My mom, there's these Italian cookies called pizzelle. I know, there's so many, and like these butter cookies that are so good, and this mandel bread, which kind of, it's like our Christmas thing because my dad's side of the family is Jewish, so we have like a really good combination going on.
That's great. I'm Jewish, so mandel bread, you're speaking my language. I love that. Many fans know you from The OC and Heart of Dixie. In addition to acting, though, you are such a fashionista. What's your favorite winter fashion trend? Is there ugly Christmas sweaters? Is there like an earmuff? I'm doing earmuffs. What's your favorite winter trend?
Oh, earmuffs. I mean, the matching sweatsuit has definitely been my staple this whole pandemic and what I would wear anyways. So I am very thrilled about that. And I have half of it on right now. I like had enough, energy to put jeans on with a sweatshirt. And I'm like, okay, I'm dressed up.
Mazel on that. Jeans are hard. I want to ask you about your 6-year-old daughter, Briar Rose, which is the nicest name in the whole wide world. What excites her most about Christmas, and what does she want from Santa this year?
Okay, so she just loves all of Christmas, and Elf on the Shelf's huge, but what's funny was the #1 thing on her list, Amazon sent like a gift guide in the mail, and the first thing she circled was the Echo.Kids edition. And not only was I so excited that I knew what to get her, I was so excited because she's gonna have another friend to talk to in the house, other than just mom. But no, it's really cool, and she's really into music right now, so she can, have Alexa play her favorite songs, and there's parental control, so I don't have to worry about, that.
That's really, really smart. So Amazon Fire Stick, I'm adding the Echo also, because I want to call out songs and things like that, like, hey Alexa, play Taylor Swift over and over and over again. Yeah.
Over and over and over, because everyone really needs that right now.
100%. Happy holidays, Rachel, and thank you again for teaming up with Amazon for some really good gifting ideas.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, and enjoy your Munzel bread. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Yes.
Welcome back to DBL. Today's Heart Threads is all about strangers who put others before themselves. Watch how a mother and daughter are thanking two men for stepping in during an emergency situation. This mother is looking for the men who protected her daughter. 13-year-old Riley Britton was at an Atlanta mall with friends. They became separated from Riley's friend's mother when gunshots rang out.
We heard like 2 gunshots, and then we just heard like people screaming.
Riley and her friends took each other's hands and ran. They found a storage closet in the back of a store and hid.
They saw all of us, and then they were hiding up behind boxes at first. And then they saw us, so they moved all the boxes they were hiding behind in front of us, and like threw all this stuff on us, and like put themselves like after us to protect us.
After the all clear was given, Riley returned home to a grateful mother. Mandy posted on social media in hopes of reaching the men who helped her daughter.
I just really wanted to thank those 2 men in particular, but any other person out there that went out of their way to help. I just wanted to say thank you for helping us and like trying to protect everybody.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Tomorrow on DBL, we're catching up with the hosts of Home and Family, Cameron Matheson and Debbie Matenopoulos. From Cam's fitness tips in lockdown to celebrating this special time of year. We're talking all about it. That's tomorrow on DBL. Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments, and DBL Nation is really upset about something, and it's about washing your meat. So we're going to talk about that. DD writes in, I have never in all my life heard of washing your ground beef, ever. Pablo says, washing ground beef, what's next? Giving your pork a bubble bath? Good one. Mandy says, an ex-boyfriend of mine washed his ground beef once. It was on date number 2. That was the end of the relationship for me. And Sylvie says, I wash my ground beef and tenderly pat it down with a cloth so as not to get water in the pan.
That's what I was talking about with the oil.
Oh, I could see that.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause you gotta, if you put wet in oil, if you just put water in oil, it's going to explode a little bit, right? So to brown your meat, you want it drier. I know we're 4 years old and we snicker every time we say
No,
something.
no.
But yeah, so this is the first I've ever heard of this.
Eric, have you ever heard of this in your family? Anyone cleansing their
Girl,
beef?
please, no.
Okay, sorry,
Absolutely
I asked.
not. What kind of question is that?
I'm so sorry. She's like very offended.
Girl.
It's interesting to see what different cultures do.
I don't know if cultures do this.
It's just Michael Dean.
Yes.
It's just Michael Dean, our producer. Poor guy.
Culture.
Michael, you feeling okay about everything?
Yeah, just great.
He's looking good.
What a random shot that was.
It was good, though. Looked good. DBL is new every day. We hope you all are safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Much love. Bye, guys.
Talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
It's been a long time coming. COVID-19 vaccines are rolling out in the U.S. as celebration ensues over one of the first people to get it. Will you get in line? outrage over an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal urging Jill Biden to ditch the doctor in her name. Does every person with a doctorate degree deserve the title, or just physicians? After more than a century, the Cleveland Indians are changing their team name that has been criticized as racist. DBL Nation, do you agree with the decision? And saying goodbye to Black country music legend Charlie Pride.
And love her like the devil when you get back home.
Why many are now tying his death due to COVID-19 to his CMA's appearance.
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. I missed that 3-2 very strong. Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, everyone, and Chris. It's Monday, December 14th. I'm here with Jeff and Al. Sam has the day off, and Erica is joining us from home. Hi, Erica. How you doing?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We'll get one of those. I need it. But guess what? It is good because it's the moment so many of us have been waiting for. The very first Americans are getting the COVID-19 vaccine today. Come on.
Yay.
Okay. This is a critical care nurse in New York City named Sandra Lindsay, who is the very first New Yorker to be immunized. An estimated 2.9 million doses of the vaccine are being distributed across the country this week, and UPS and FedEx have teamed up to make the deliveries. So here's what Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar told the Today Show about it this morning.
This is a 94% effective vaccine. It's gone through every aspect of FDA process with integrity and transparent data. Late February, in the March time period, I think you'll start seeing much more like a flu vaccination campaign, people going into their Kroger, their CVS, their Walgreens.
The general population.
Walmart. Yeah.
Wow. Erica, how do you feel about this? And do you think they made it on purpose to have a person of color get the first vaccine? We have the Tuskegee experiment that went horribly wrong for people of color in this country, and I wonder if you thought it made a difference.
Well, I mean, didn't go horribly wrong. It was an infliction of a actual disease into
syphilis, yeah.
perfectly healthy humans and using black people as guinea pigs. But other than that, I do think that every point or everything that we're seeing is very purposefully orchestrated. I don't think that it was a fluke, that it was a person of color. I know that the black population has really expressed a lot of distrust when it comes to vaccines, especially because of the history of the Tuskegee experiment. But I think this is a really great day.
I do too. Al, what do you think about this?
I'm excited. You know, I mean, I know people have a lot of worries about what they're putting in their body, and that's a good thing. But let's not forget all the incredible things that we have done. All the vaccines that we have that we don't even think about. We've perfectly seamlessly introduced fluoride into our water. We're healthier people. We've gotten the message out about watching your sugar, walking after dinner, watching your diabetes, which my dad passed away from. So I think that we have done a lot of good strides in healthcare. And I don't want the naysayers to just hold us back from something that could possibly allow us to go back to some semblance of normal life, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Al. I think a lot of people are hating on the vaccine, right? But they want a cure, but they don't want it this way. So we were talking before the show, me and Tori, and saying a lot of athletes, surprisingly enough, we were talking sports. A lot of athletes, I mean, if you look in the NBA, NFL, even fighting, you know, there's a fighter that recently couldn't fight anymore because he's not going to get better, but his body's broken down, his blood pressure is not coming back because he had COVID and the complications of it, right? So it's like, you don't want the vaccine, but you also don't want COVID, so I don't know what we could do for you, right?
We had a college player collapse on the court this week, and it was said that it was due to COVID.
Correct, in Florida, so it's very, very scary. We have Dr. Coley coming on to talk more about it, so I appreciate that convo. This is a crazy story, and I'm sure some of you have seen this. The Wall Street Journal is facing a lot of backlash right now, okay? All over a very controversial op-ed it published over the weekend. So the article asked First Lady-elect Dr. Jill Biden to drop the doctor title from her name. The author called the 69-year-old kiddo and suggested Biden consider stowing away her title, adding, and this is a quote from someone else that he quoted, "A wise man once said that no one should call himself doctor unless he has delivered a child." Yeah. Dr. Jill Biden responded, tweeting, "Together we will build a world where the accomplishments of our daughters will be celebrated rather than diminished." Erica, this takes away Dr. Martin Luther King, the Doctor of Divinity, psychiatry, an entire inclusion of multiple genres of careers. Your mother is a doctor. Do you have anything to say on this?
Correct. As the daughter of Dr. Nell Cobb, Professor Emeritus, DePaul University, I find this to be so ironic. That's a photo of me and my mother at the White House in 2016 when she was there for the symposium on STEM research.
Wow.
Or excuse me, for STEM, for her InSTEM program, and with Big Mama, and then also when we were at DePaul University together celebrating her and her accomplishments. This is so ironic. During that symposium, they talked about if you can see it, you can be it. So for this guy to speak up in this time and decide that this is the hill that he wants to die on, to have one of the most highly influential and visible females in the world to drop her title when she's getting to the point where everyone will see her is highly ironic. It's also interesting to me that he had the privilege of teaching at Northwestern University for 30 years without an advanced degree. He never got his doctorate. My mother got her doctorate when she had 3 children at home and 1 in her belly. He's never experienced someone walking into a lecture hall the first day and seeing him and thinking, well, I don't want this person to be my professor because they are a female or they are a person of color. He has never experienced being in his office and having someone come in and refer to my mother as Mrs., but then going next door to the white male's office and referring to them as doctor. So this reeks of privilege all up and down. And I have to give him a little bit of credit. At least he understands, even in his 69 years, how to make some smoke. But this is smoke that we don't really need to talk about because it's a moot point. He has not a PhD, an EDD, or a DR to his name to have any skin in the game. So next.
Very well said. Also, just note to men and women out there, don't call us kiddos. Never.
Condescending.
Don't ever do it. Please don't.
How about the kids?
Yeah, it's fine, but again, well said. All right, we got to move on to this. The Cleveland Indians are reportedly changing the name of its baseball team after 105 years. So the decision comes after groups like the National Congress of American Indians worked for decades to try and get the name changed. But many, including the president, said the decision was, quote, cancel culture at work. DBL Nation, we got to know what you think. Should the Cleveland Indians change their name? Is this cancel culture? And that's a fair point to bring up. Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. As we're talking, you can vote and you will see the bars moving. I come from Washington, D.C. that had the Washington Redskins, which is a horrendous name, and I'm glad we finally changed it. But to me, if you culturally have a historical context of hurting a marginalized group of people and they're feeling hurt, you do something about it. That's not cancel culture. That's decades of prejudice.
Jeff, what do you think?
You're from Cleveland,
Yes.
right? And this is let me go back to the sport of it, right?
Yeah.
This is your team. You only know the Cleveland Indians,
Yes.
right? So you're like, man, I love the Cleveland Indians. How do you feel about the name being taken away? Is this all good in your eyes, or is there some sort of like historical past that you have as a kid that you're always going to remember the Cleveland Indians?
You know, the historical, that's a great question, Jeff. The historical, especially for sports fans, and I can't speak for you, but you and I are alike in so many ways. It's weird.
We have the Chicago Blackhawks. So,
yeah, definitely. That too. As sports fans, I feel like sports is the first thing that you can connect with your older male adults as a kid. So when the Cavs won their title in 2000, yes, excuse me, or female, yes. I'm speaking as a boy trying to connect with your uncles and your father. So when you first have those memories, and when the Cavs won their title in 2016, when I shed tears of joy in my friend's bathroom with the door locked and the faucet on because I'm a man and I can't show emotion. I was crying because it just signified. I thought about the relationships with the people that I loved in the years of following this team and the bad seasons and the good seasons. So when they won, I wasn't thinking about the Cavaliers' name and what is a Cavalier and is that a pirate? I don't think people care about the Indians. I don't think you care necessarily about the Blackhawks. You care about the memory that's attached to going to the Blackhawks games with your dad and him getting you a hot dog and you sit next to your dad and there are other adults around. You're like, I'm a grown-up. Those memories is what you care about. The name is just a way for politicians to get the phrase cancel culture out there.
But don't
go ahead, please.
Well, don't you think that if you're an Indian, you would care? If you're a Native American, you would care?
Right, no, I'm saying they care.
Yeah.
They should care. And if somebody cares, change it.
Yeah,
Who cares?
I think we all agree on the panel that you change it. You know what I mean? But looking back, like to the days of being a boy, right?
Right.
And then you go to those games. I don't think that's going to change my memories if the name changes to make someone else feel better. But the question I want to know, Al, you cried when the Cavs won. What'd you do when the Indians, or I'm sorry, the former Cleveland Indians, they lost to the Chicago Cubs in the World Series?
I was at a bar in D.C. and yeah.
Come on,
that was a rough one. The only thing was it was such a great game.
It was
like a movie game. Game 7, rain delay, decided in the extra innings. And honestly, so many of my friends are Chicago people, including y'all, that I was really happy for y'all. And we had won the title that year, so I was like, y'all can have it.
And my son was born 2 weeks before that, so he got to see the Chicago Cubs win.
That's awesome.
That's really good. All right, let's see what you guys said. 68% said no. Should the Cleveland Indians change their name? No. Majority of you say no.
There's been dozens of name changes. Syracuse.
Oh, yeah.
St. John's. The Washington Bullets.
Now we're the Wizards. Absolutely. Write us in so we know what you're thinking. Erica, please stick around. Coming up on DBL, we're honoring the legacy of legendary singer and entertainer Charlie Pride, how he broke barriers in the country music genre. Plus, actor Shia LaBeouf is responding after being accused of abuse and other bad behavior. What's his side of the story? And crazy scene caught on camera at the Las Vegas airport. Where else? Guess what happens in Vegas doesn't always stay there. Good one. We'll be right back.
Did 2 healthcare workers in the UK have allergic reactions to the COVID vaccine? And should you be concerned? There are hundreds of articles, headlines, and social media posts about this, so let's break down the known facts and what they mean for you. Our main source is the National Health Service in the UK and Dr. Shmuel Shoham, an associate professor at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine. First, what actually happened? Well, according to Stephen Powis, the National Medical Director for the NHS in the UK, quote, 2 people with a history of significant allergic reactions responded adversely. He adds that both are recovering well. So that happened Tuesday, which led the NHS to publish this advisory for vaccinations in the UK. It says, quote, you should not have the vaccine if you've ever had a serious allergic reaction to medicines, vaccines, or food. So what does this mean for you? Well, Dr. Shoham told us a small number of allergic reactions is normal and that you have to make an individual choice about the vaccine based on your own health.
I think that you have to balance the risk of getting coronavirus. I look at myself, I'm a few pounds overweight. I have to work, so I see I'm not hunkering down in my home. If I'm to get coronavirus, bad things can happen. I'd love a vaccine, and I'm willing to take the risk of an allergic reaction to it. On the other hand, you might have somebody who might make a different calculation for their body.
Keep in mind, at this point, the UK has administered thousands of COVID vaccines, and so far, we've only seen a few reported cases of allergic reactions. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Awesome side view. Love it. Welcome back to DBL. Okay, a man in Las Vegas climbed out onto the wing of a plane and the whole thing was caught on video. Here we go. The man was filmed on the wing of an Alaska Airlines plane on Saturday. This was prior to takeoff. The man was sitting there, walking on the wing. At some point, he removes his socks and then his shoes. Then he tries to climb the winglet, I didn't know that's what it was called, before sliding down and boom. Now, he is okay. Before he was taken into custody,
For
he
the
is
record,
fine.
that is how you get off a plane wing. That's the only way to get off.
So, Al, what do you think? It seems like there's something on the wing.
Tori, I have nothing to say about this. I need to hear from Jeff and or Erica. Jeff, you're the resident airport.
Well, I'm just wondering, he lost his mind, but he did not lose his sweater that was tied around his waist.
No, that's a double knot.
That's a big feat. That's a big feat. How did he get up there?
How do you get there? That's my question. Erica, what do you think about this? And also, so you know, the people in that plane had to wait from 12. They were supposed to take off at 12. They had to wait till 5 to take off.
So mad.
So mad.
I was thinking about that. Anytime someone does something stupid, especially at an airport, I'm like, okay, this is affecting everybody now, because you know the flight is going to get delayed. Now everybody's all screwed up. But it did remind me, a few years ago, I was at the Las Vegas airport. I was flying back, and I had been out like dancing the night away, had an early flight. I'm standing in this store, and apparently I was so still. This woman comes up behind me and starts to like stroke my bag, like looking at it. I am not even kidding you. I am not even kidding you. She goes, "Oh my God, I thought you were a mannequin." Like she's
so out of it.
I was so slow. She thought I was a mannequin.
That's more of a compliment to you, Erica, that you look like my mannequin would be a dad bods plus.
No one would be like, you're a mannequin, because I'd be like, hey, where's the nachos?
That's really, how have I never heard that story, Erica?
That's amazing, Erica.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
All right, coming up on DBL, the cast of the beloved Christmas movie Elf reunites virtually. Jeff is in heaven, but they ran into a little bit of a snafu. Next, our medical pro, Dr. Coley, joins us to talk about the COVID vaccine like we were discussing as it gets shipped out across the country. Stay tuned for this conversation. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. We're continuing to talk about the big news of the day, and that is the COVID-19 vaccine. After several long months of not knowing when the end is in sight, we do have a vaccine, and the shipments are happening right now all across the country. As we showed you earlier, healthcare workers are even taking the shot on live TV. Joining us now is someone who has been here since March. I love her a lot. Welcome, Dr. Coley. And Dr. Coley, we have a lot of questions, viewer questions about the vaccine. So I want to get started. First up, Kathy writes, if you've tested positive and recovered, do you need the vaccine?
Kathy, I would recommend the vaccine. So the CDC has not issued formal guidance on this, but as you know, there are some people that don't make antibodies even after they've had COVID-19. Some people make antibodies but then lose them as early as 2 to 3 months and can be at risk of reinfection. And we also don't know if the immunity to the vaccine actually lasts longer than natural immunity. So for those reasons, I would recommend getting it for sure.
All right, Doc, our next question comes from Larry. He says, does Dr. Coley agree with the decision to give healthcare workers the vaccine first before the general population?
Oh, this is a good one, Larry. And I have to tell you, my friends and I have had a lot of heated arguments about this. So on one hand, obviously, we healthcare workers are at the highest risk of exposure, right? So yeah, maybe we should be first in line. But on the other hand, healthcare workers wear PPE all day long. They know how to protect themselves. So if the point of rolling out the vaccine is really to make a dent in all the American lives that are being lost every day, then shouldn't we be actually be giving it to the community before we give it to the healthcare workers? Because that's how we're going to reduce hospitalizations. That's how we're going to reduce deaths. So I'm curious, what do you guys think? Do you think it was the right thing to give it to healthcare workers first?
1,000,000%.
Yes, I think that there should be some benefit for you putting your life on the line every day.
I thought your answer was fantastic. While you were saying, I'm like, oh, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Because I immediately thought healthcare workers first, but you kind of changed my mind a little bit about that.
Coley, with the mind changing.
That's right. All right, Dr. Coley, I like this question. It was sent in by O'Shea, which is actually Ice Cube's real name.
Is that right?
O'Shea Jackson, yes. Will the list of ingredients be made public? Will the makers of the vaccine be held liable for potential harm caused? Interesting.
Very interesting. So O'Shea, the list of ingredients is already public in the FDA briefing documents, and it has 4 simple things in it. You ready? The mRNA component, that's the active part, that genetic blueprint that we've talked about. Some fats to stabilize that mRNA component, some salts to maintain the pH of that, and then some sugar to protect it when it's being frozen to those ultra low temperatures. So there's no microchip that's monitoring you, there's no GPS tracking device, there's no actual virus, and all of those conspiracy theories really need to be laid to rest. And in terms of liability, that's a more interesting question because, on one hand, this is a bit of an investigational product because it's been approved under emergency use. So I don't know what the company's liability would be because I'm not a lawyer, but obviously from a doctor's perspective, because it's still being studied, I think they'll be relatively protected even if something wrong comes out of the vaccine.
I like that everyone thinks there's a chip in there.
Yeah.
You carry your phone with you everywhere, you morons.
Okay.
And also, they never sued Dr. House for trying really out of the box cures.
The TV fictional character?
Yes, he never got sued. He was like, give me a pencil and some
What a terrible argument also.
He never got sued. Oh, he always knew what to do.
He wasn't real.
He thought outside the box.
Thank you so much, Doctor, who is real. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
We've all...
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. We actually got a lot of Indigenous people writing in. Jerry wrote in that they said they absolutely should change the name because India is in Asia, not American. And we got another person, Derek Lovenstein, says perhaps you should have asked Native Americans since they are the only ones that have skin in this game. Some of you saying I wouldn't be able to keep up with the names of the sports teams after you keep changing them. Is that a real issue, you think?
No.
Or is that an
think
excuse?
So. I don't think so. Yeah, the Indian comment's interesting because Columbus, right? When he came here, he thought he was in India.
He sure
so
did.
That's why they were called Indians.
He was lost.
Yeah, he was.
He was
but
lost.
I think that's interesting. I don't think a lot of people know that. Maybe they do, but I don't know. I'm just trying to drop some knowledge and look smart.
No, makes sense. I don't think we'll have a problem keeping up, though.
No.
I mean,
yeah, that's
wait a second. What was the hockey team from the town I grew up in for 40 years? Oh, I forgot.
I think we can figure that out.
They keep changing it every 60 years or so.
I can't figure it out. All right, enough of my hair. Remember, everyone, to watch DBL on Facebook or YouTube. You can always chat with us and other viewers, with the hosts always during the commercials, and we will read your comments on TV.
My comments?
No
They're
one
gonna be on
cares
TV?
about your comments.
Do you want me to say the Columbus comment?
I think we're good. It's
Okay.
your chance to be part of DBL Nation, and if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up on DBL. I'm catching up with actress Rachel Bilson. She's sharing her favorite holiday traditions and last-minute gift ideas, and we're honoring the legendary life of country music star Charlie Pride. DBL is new every day. We'll be right back.
is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Kiss an angel good morning, and love her like the devil when you get back home. Come on, y'all, help us sing this song. Kiss an angel good morning.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. That was the late, great Charlie Pride singing his hit song, Kiss an Angel Good Morning, at the CMA Awards last month. He passed away from complications due to COVID-19 on Saturday. I'm Tori here with Jeff and Al. Sam has the day off. Erica also joins us from home. This is a hard one. Charlie Pride was a true legend. The singer broke so many barriers, becoming country music's first black star in the 1960s. And up until the 1990s, Charlie was the only black country singer signed to a major label. That's incredible. Earlier this month, Charlie performed at the CMAs, picking up a Lifetime Achievement Award. The event was held indoors, and many people in the crowd did not wear masks. Now, after Charlie's death, singer Maren Morris, who also attended the CMAs, tweeted, then deleted a post that suggested Charlie may have contracted the virus at the event. In a statement, the CMA said, quote, Charlie was tested prior to traveling to Nashville. He was tested upon landing in Nashville and again on show day, with all tests coming back negative. After returning to Texas following the CMA Awards, Charlie again tested negative multiple times. So I first want us to address Charlie Pride and what an amazing pioneer and musician he is. You wouldn't hear people like Darius Rucker taking over the charts now without him. He was the Jackie Robinson of that era. In fact, Jackie Robinson was his hero, and he actually played baseball, which
Yes,
it turned out.
Professional baseball. So what's a bigger feat? Playing professional baseball when he did, right? Or cracking into the country music business in the 1960s. I mean, this man took two things.
You're right.
And rose to the top of both of them. I mean, they should make a movie about this guy, because that's incredible. Just one of those.
And let's not forget what he did, Jeff, in terms of maybe being the pioneer that eventually led us into the crossover of hip hop with Old Town Road.
Oh, my
honestly,
God, great point,
He
Al.
has done so much for opening the doors for so many people, and I think that he is a shining example of what happens when you push all the noise and the haters and the naysayers aside, and you just stay on your path. I know that we lost him, and we can talk about was his death untimely or not, but let's focus on the 86 years that he had on this planet, because I'll take 86 Charlie Pride years over whatever's behind door number 2.
They were tough years, but look what he did. I do want to bring it back to Maren Morris a little bit here, because I just don't like the comment, right? If all of that is true, that he was tested before, during, and after, and if Maren Morris didn't get COVID herself or know somebody at the show that got COVID, just to spit this out of this is how this legend died, I think it's a little irresponsible. I don't know why it rubs me the wrong way.
She speculated and insinuated when she shouldn't have. I agree. She's actually a really great ally to African Americans, and has always been in the country music world. But that was, I agree with you that was not a great tweet. I do agree that the CMAs, the optics to me felt funny. I just felt weird seeing people all together inside without a mask.
But if everybody's tested, it's like you're watching a baseball game or a football game or a hockey game or any other award show that we have. If you're tested, you should be okay to be around other people.
And I guess I feel more comfortable with award shows now that are done in like a simulcast that isn't everybody in the same room. It's just because I'm nervous about it, so it makes me nervous. But she shouldn't have tweeted it. I agree with you.
Hey.
There
you go. Starting a week off right.
You guys agree. I don't like it.
All right, well, this is another story that everyone's talking about. Shia LaBeouf is speaking out over allegations of abuse. Let me tell you the story. Last week, his ex-girlfriend, FKA Twigs, filed a lawsuit against him, claiming Shia had abused her, both physically and mentally. Then over the weekend, singer Sia, which you can see right here for the first time ever, called the actor a, quote, very sick pathological liar, who conned her into having an adulterous relationship after he claimed he was single when he was not. In a statement to the New York Times, Shia said, quote, I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalizations. I've been abusive to myself and everyone around me for years. I have a history of hurting the people closest to me. I'm ashamed of that history, and I'm sorry to those I hurt. Shia also said he is currently sober in a 12-step program, but said many of the allegations against him are not true. Erica, I would love your take on this, because at one point FKA Twigs said he would sleep with a gun because he was sort of paranoid at all times, which made her obviously very paranoid for her life. and it made her a completely anxious and anxiety-ridden person. What do you feel about this and Shia's response?
I'm glad that she's speaking out about this because I think that this affects a lot more people than are willing to admit and come forward. Shia LaBeouf has been in crisis for quite some time. I've interviewed him a few times. I remember in 2008 interviewing him and him saying that one drink was too many and a million drinks wasn't enough.
Wow.
He's always been very transparent about his battles with substance abuse and the fact that, you know, he just cannot control himself when he is under the influence. So he's obviously someone who's been in and out of therapy, in and out of help, in and out of rehab, and hopefully it gets to the point where this sticks. I think the story about Sia is so interesting as a part of this too, because how many people have been in relationships with people who claim not to be in a relationship. So that part of the equation is like so common. There's just a lot to unpack here, but I hope he gets the help that he needs.
Yeah, and remember, child actor, Al. I mean, we see a lot of people growing up with that. His father wasn't around, and hurt people, and he's opening up at least, but he sounds like a terrifying person to be around.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have the disease of alcohol and I'm sure substance abuse, and you have no boundaries. Usually people are bound by their financial status. You know, I would buy another bottle, but I can't. You know, or I would do this or I get fired. If you don't have those boundaries and you have that disease, this is how it manifests itself.
Just this perfect storm.
I just always compare. I think he's a great artist, right?
He's a great actor.
Taking that aside, I think he's a great artist. I think he's a little out there too. He thinks outside the box, and I think when those like genius and the way you think meet up in reality, then you have the substance abuse. This is all alleged. Not the best things happen. We've seen it over and over.
It's a recipe for disaster for people like that. I agree. Well, let's turn to some happier news. Jeff, can we get a close-up of you when I say this? The cast of Elf reunited for a virtual table reunion last night. That was actually like terrifying.
I thought I was the Grinch. Remember when that guy does the perfect
I hate
smile?
that. Was scary. I hate that. The original cast met over Zoom. Will Ferrell, Zooey Deschanel, Papa Elf, Bob Newhart all showed up, as did Santa, Ed Asner. He was filmed reading his script by his computer. Zoe and Will also recreated their fun duet of Baby It's Cold Outside. Take a look.
At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
Flirting my pride.
Really can't stay. But it's cold outside.
Are we gonna acknowledge the hair?
And the beard?
And the beard? Will Ferrell letting it all go. So what do you love about Elf and why? A lot of people write in saying it's their favorite Christmas movie.
It's my favorite Christmas. It just never gets old. I think it's the kid in me, right? It's just like, by the way, there's some behind the scenes. I have to talk about that photo right there, that he looks giant. That's not like CGI. That's just him setting up here and everyone else setting up behind them, and they put it together. So that's kind of cool. It's behind the scenes. If you have the DVD, Alexa, thank you for that little insight. But I could watch it 100 times, and if you can too, because it's on all the time during Christmas, and I just laugh every single time.
I think it's because like classics like Bob Newhart, Ed Asner. I said I could watch Bob Newhart read a menu, and I'd be like, more, just more. You know what I mean? Al, comedian.
Yeah.
You ever seen? Have you ever seen Alf?
No, I've never seen Elf. I know.
Erica, have you seen Elf?
Well, I was just thinking favorite Christmas movie. I think I have seen Elf, but my favorite Christmas movie that I watch over and over is Best Man Holiday.
Oh, that's a good one.
I thought you were going to say Wish for Christmas, Erica.
Who was in Wish for Christmas, Jeff?
I don't know, some great actors, I'll tell you that.
Jeff Schroeder was in it. Pastor Paul. Oh, man. All right. Well, speaking of Santa, 2 undercover cops. This is insane. I feel like I'm on acid when I tell you this story. They dressed
How would you know what that felt like?
I don't know. I've heard stories. They dressed as Saint Nick and an elf, helped take down some would-be car thieves, okay? So the officers were stationed outside a shopping center to crack down on holiday crime. Santa spotted 3 men attempting to steal a Honda CR-V in the parking lot. He jumped into action. We've got the tape. Take a look.
Get him, Santa!
Get him, Santa!
Al, say something funny.
I don't like it. I don't like that Santa's, because I think about some 6-year-old
Yeah,
kid
seeing
driving
that.
by and seeing Santa just do like he's hitting a tackling dummy, and his Christmas that was already hanging on pins and needles with this COVID just goes like that would destroy me as a kid. That's daylight.
That was a weak tackle, though. That was like.
Well, the guy was he weighed more than he thought he did, so he did the spin throw down. He had to get momentum going.
Erica, what do you think when you saw this? Ooh.
I'm just laughing at Al because that's exactly what I was thinking about. Like, there's some kid that's in the car with their mom who doesn't even see what's happening, and they're describing this entire scene, and the mother's like, "Okay, Jason, go back to your iPad."
See, I would be happy if my kid saw that. I'm like, see, Santa sticks up for the little people.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
There
You're
you
gonna learn
go.
something from Santa.
Oh, man. All right. There's another one. One woman has lit the internet on fire after she posted a video on TikTok rinsing her ground beef. I'm going to let that sit for a hot second. In the video, the woman decides to get rid of all of the grease in the pan, then rinses the beef through a strainer in the sink, and then she puts it back into the pan and continues to cook it. Now, I do have to have a caveat here. Our senior producer, Michael Dean, who we love, also washes the beef grease off.
Listen, it doesn't make it right, Michael Dean. It does not make it right. First of all, if you want to get less fat, just get 80-20, 90-10. You know, there's different percentages you could get in beef to make it less fat.
Yeah, let's be clear. Michael Dean is very fit, so he's trying to keep the fat off. He's one of the strongest men I know.
Listen,
Here's Michael Dean.
If washing your meat looks like that, then sign me up.
Yeah, there you go, Michael.
Honestly, I don't like it. I feel like it's a good way to. First of all,
your juices are gone.
Yeah,
It's
your
the
flavor.
It's the flavor. That's
Let's call it what it is. Let's use the real F word, flavor. You're getting rid of flavor, and the question is, do you hate yourself? If you hate yourself, let's go ahead and have another sad meal where we weighed everything out. If not, and put some spices on it and enjoy everything.
And dangerous, mind you. If you got a hot pan with oil in there and
It
you
could
throw
splatter.
meat with water that's all on
Splattering. Splattering meat everywhere. I will say on Real Housewives, Erica, I don't know if you know when Lisa Vanderpump was trying to teach someone how to do a chicken, and she says, wash the chicken. She used soap, the woman. Do you remember that, Erica? I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, well, I mean, come
They
on.
don't
We
know.
all know that she's not making her own chickens.
Thank you.
She has like 15 restaurants. She's not making her own chicken. She didn't know.
She didn't know. She didn't know. Coming up on DBL, you know her from the OC and Heart of Dixie, but did you know Rachel Bilson has a little knack for giving gifts? Don't worry, she's got last-minute holiday gift guides coming up for you next.
2020 has been a challenging year, to say the least.
That's why we want to thank you for spending your time with us.
For sending us your comments and opinions.
Especially when you don't agree with us.
That's what this show is about.
And it's because of you we're all a family, and we cherish it.
From all of us here at DBL,
we want to wish you a happy holiday
and a healthy new year.
Social media could be a breeding ground for misinformation, and the Verify team is here to go straight to the source to find out what's real and what's not. Today we're talking about posts like this. Quote, Biden's COVID-19 task force recommends withholding food stamps from vaccine refusers. So let's verify. Are these claims true? We started by taking a closer look at the online posts. Many linked to an article on a website called thetruthaboutvaccines.com. The same article has been shared on many other websites as well. The post references someone named Dr. Luciano Borio. Back in November, the Biden-Harris transition team announced that she would be on a COVID-19 advisory board. The article claims that Borio, quote, says that people who refuse to be vaccinated should be deprived of food stamps and rent assistance. It then links to this July report as supposed proof. It was put together by the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security and Texas State University. Borio is listed as one of the 23 members of the working group tasked with mapping out the best way to disperse a vaccine. But the claim that food stamps would be withheld for anybody who refused a vaccine is just not in the report. Here's what the report does say about food stamps. The working group recommended that public health agencies, quote, bundle vaccination with other safety net services so people could access the vaccine more easily, saying this, quote, could be a way to build trust and streamline vaccine provision. We also reached out to the two chairs of this working group, Monica Shaxbana from the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security and Emily Brunson from Texas State University. They confirmed that they were recommending that vaccines be available alongside other services, but that, quote, we do not advocate that such social supports ever be withheld in connection with an individual's vaccination status. So this claim is false. The working group did not suggest that services like food stamps would be withheld if people refuse a vaccine. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
Welcome back to DBL. Actress Rachel Bilson rose to fame on hit shows like The OC and Heart of Dixie. Earlier, she shared some very clever gift ideas with me in today's Chatting with the Stars. Rachel Bilson, welcome to DBL. Many of us are just starting to shop and ship out gifts for the holidays, and you actually have some good tips for finding the perfect gifts. But first, I want to know what your favorite Christmas traditions are, and did you have to tweak any this year just during the pandemic?
My family, especially my mom's side, is Italian. We're all about cooking and baking, and so we do a huge feast for Christmas Eve. We do all the Christmas cookies that I look forward to every year. And this year, my daughter gets to do it all with us, so I'm really looking forward to that.
What's your favorite Christmas cookie?
Oh, that's so hard to pick.
I know.
My mom, there's these Italian cookies called pizzelle. I know, there's so many. And like these butter cookies that are so good, and this mandel bread, which kind of, it's like our Christmas thing because my dad's side of the family is Jewish, so we have like a really good combination going on.
That's great. I'm Jewish, so mandel bread, you're speaking my language. I love that. Many fans know you from the OC and Heart of Dixie. In addition to acting, though, you are such a fashionista. What's your favorite winter fashion trend? Is there ugly Christmas sweaters? Is there like an earmuff? I'm doing earmuffs. What's your favorite winter trend?
Oh, earmuffs. I mean, the matching sweatsuit has definitely been my staple this whole pandemic, and what I would wear anyways. So I am very thrilled about that. And I have half of it on right now. I like had enough, energy to put jeans on with a sweatshirt. And I'm like, okay, I'm dressed up.
Mazel on that. Jeans are hard. I want to ask you about your 6-year-old daughter, Briar Rose, which is the nicest name in the whole wide world. What excites her most about Christmas, and what does she want from Santa this year?
Okay, so she just loves all of Christmas, and Elf on the Shelf's huge, but what's funny was the #1 thing on her list, Amazon sent like a gift guide in the mail, and the first thing she circled was the Echo.Kids edition. And not only was I so excited that I knew what to get her, I was so excited because she's gonna have another friend to talk to in the house, other than just mom. But no, it's really cool, and she's really into music right now, so she can, have Alexa play her favorite songs, and there's parental control, so I don't have to worry about, that.
That's really, really smart. So Amazon Fire Stick, I'm adding the Echo also, because I want to call out songs and things like that, like, hey Alexa, play Taylor Swift over and over and over again. Yeah.
Over and over and over, because everyone really needs that right now.
100%. Happy holidays, Rachel, and thank you again for teaming up with Amazon for some really good gifting ideas.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, and enjoy your Munzel bread. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Yes.
Welcome back to DBL. Today's Heart Threads is all about strangers who put others before themselves. Watch how a mother and daughter are thanking two men for stepping in during an emergency situation. This mother is looking for the men who protected her daughter. 13-year-old Riley Britton was at an Atlanta mall with friends. They became separated from Riley's friend's mother when gunshots rang out.
We heard like 2 gunshots, and then we just heard like people screaming.
Riley and her friends took each other's hands and ran. They found a storage closet in the back of a store and hid.
They saw all of us, and then they were hiding up behind boxes at first. And then they saw us, so they moved all the boxes they were hiding behind in front of us, and like threw all this stuff on us, and like put themselves like after us to protect us.
After the all clear was given, Riley returned home to a grateful mother. Mandy posted on social media in hopes of reaching the men who helped her daughter.
I just really wanted to thank those 2 men in particular, but any other person out there that went out of their way to help.
I just wanted to say thank you for helping us and like trying to protect everybody.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
The bladder.
Tomorrow on DBL, we're catching up with the hosts of Home and Family, Cameron Matheson and Debbie Matenopoulos. From Cam's fitness tips in lockdown to celebrating this special time of year. We're talking all about it. That's tomorrow on DBL. Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments, and DBL Nation is really upset about something, and it's about washing your meat. So we're going to talk about that. DD writes in, I have never in all my life heard of washing your ground beef, ever. Pablo says, washing ground beef, what's next? Giving your pork a bubble bath? Good one. Mandy says, an ex-boyfriend of mine washed his ground beef once. It was on date number 2. That was the end of the relationship for me. And Sylvie says, I wash my ground beef and tenderly pat it down with a cloth so as not to get water in the pan.
That's what I was talking about with the oil.
Oh, I could see that.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause you gotta, if you put wet in oil, if you just put water in oil, it's going to explode a little bit, right? So to brown your meat, you want it drier. I know we're 4 years old and we snicker every time we say
No,
something.
no.
But yeah, so this is the first I've ever heard of this.
Eric, have you ever heard of this in your family? Anyone cleansing their
girl,
beef?
please, no.
Okay, sorry,
Absolutely
I asked.
not. What kind of question is that?
I'm so sorry. She's like very offended.
Girl.
It's interesting to see what different cultures do. We don't.
I don't know if cultures do this.
It's just Michael Dean.
Yes.
It's just Michael Dean, our producer. Poor guy.
Culture.
Michael, you feeling okay about everything?
Yeah, just great.
He's looking good.
What a random shot that was.
It was good, though. Looked good. DBL is new every day. We hope you all are safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Much love. Bye, guys.
About today on Daily Blast Live.
It's been a long time coming. COVID-19 vaccines are rolling out in the U.S. as celebration ensues over one of the first people to get it. Will you get in line? Outrage over an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal urging Jill Biden to ditch the doctor in her name. Does every person with a doctorate degree deserve the title, or just physicians? After more than a century, the Cleveland Indians are changing their team name that has been criticized as racist. DBL Nation, do you agree with the decision? And saying goodbye to Black country music legend Charlie Pride. why many are now tying his death due to COVID-19 to his CMA's appearance.
Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. I missed that 3-2 very strong. Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, everyone, and Chris. It's Monday, December 14th. I'm here with Jeff and Al. Sam has the day off, and Erica is joining us from home. Hi, Erica. How you doing?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We'll get one of those. I need it. But guess what? It is good because it's the moment so many of us have been waiting for. The very first Americans are getting the COVID-19 vaccine today. Come on.
Yay.
Okay. This is a critical care nurse in New York City named Sandra Lindsay, who is the very first New Yorker to be immunized. An estimated 2.9 million doses of the vaccine are being distributed across the country this week, and UPS and FedEx have teamed up to make the deliveries. So here's what Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar told the Today Show about it this morning.
This is a 94% effective vaccine. It's gone through every aspect of FDA process with integrity and transparent data. Late February, in the March time period, I think you'll start seeing much more like a flu vaccination campaign, people going into their Kroger, their CVS, their Walgreens.
The general population.
Walmart. Yeah.
Wow. Erica, how do you feel about this? And do you think they made it on purpose to have a person of color get the first vaccine? We have the Tuskegee experiment that went horribly wrong for people of color in this country, and I wonder if you thought it made a difference.
Well, I mean, didn't go horribly wrong. It was an infliction of a actual disease into
syphilis,
perfectly healthy humans and using black people as guinea pigs. But other than that, I do think that every point or everything that we're seeing is very purposefully orchestrated. I don't think that it was a fluke, that it was a person of color. I know that the black population has really expressed a lot of distrust when it comes to vaccines, especially because of the history of the Tuskegee experiment. But I think this is a really great day.
I do too. Al, what do you think about this?
I'm excited. You know, I mean, I know people have a lot of worries about what they're putting in their body, and that's a good thing. But let's not forget all the incredible things that we have done. All the vaccines that we have that we don't even think about. We've perfectly seamlessly introduced fluoride into our water. We're healthier people. We've gotten the message out about watching your sugar, walking after dinner, watching your diabetes, which my dad passed away from. So I think that we have done a lot of good strides in healthcare. And I don't want the naysayers to just hold us back from something that could possibly allow us to go back to some semblance of normal life, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Al. I think a lot of people are hating on the vaccine, right? But they want a cure, but they don't want it this way. So we were talking before the show, me and Tori, and saying a lot of athletes, surprisingly enough, we were talking sports. A lot of athletes, I mean, if you look in the NBA, NFL, even fighting, you know, there's a fighter that recently couldn't fight anymore because he's not going to get better, but his body's broken down, his blood pressure is not coming back because he had COVID and the complications of it, right? So it's like, you don't want the vaccine, but you also don't want COVID, so I don't know what we could do for you, right?
We had a college player collapse on the court this week, and it was said that it was due to COVID.
Correct, in Florida, so it's very, very scary. We have Dr. Coley coming on to talk more about it, so I appreciate that convo. This is a crazy story, and I'm sure some of you have seen this. The Wall Street Journal is facing a lot of backlash right now, okay? All over a very controversial op-ed it published over the weekend. So the article asked First Lady-elect Dr. Jill Biden to drop the doctor title from her name. The author called the 69-year-old kiddo and suggested Biden consider stowing away her title, adding, and this is a quote from someone else that he quoted, "A wise man once said that no one should call himself doctor unless he has delivered a child." Yeah. Dr. Jill Biden responded, tweeting, "Together we will build a world where the accomplishments of our daughters will be celebrated rather than diminished." Erica, this takes away Dr. Martin Luther King, the doctor of divinity, psychiatry, an entire inclusion of multiple genres of careers. Your mother is a doctor. Do you have anything to say on this?
Correct. As the daughter of Dr. Nell Cobb, Professor Emeritus, DePaul University, I find this to be so ironic. That's a photo of me and my mother at the White House in 2016 when she was there for the symposium on STEM research, or excuse me, for STEM, for her InSTEM program, and with Big Mama, and then also when we were at DePaul University together celebrating her and her accomplishments. This is so ironic. During that symposium, symposium, they talked about if you can see it, you can be it. So for this guy to speak up in this time and decide that this is the hill that he wants to die on, to have one of the most highly influential and visible females in the world to drop her title when she's getting to the point where everyone will see her is highly ironic. It's also interesting to me that he had the privilege of teaching at Northwestern University for 30 years without an advanced degree. He never got his doctorate. My mother got her doctorate when she had 3 children at home and 1 in her belly. He's never experienced someone walking into a lecture hall the first day and seeing him and thinking, well, I don't want this person to be my professor because they are a female or they are a person of color. He has never experienced being in his office and having someone come in and refer to my mother as Mrs., but then going next door to the white male's office and referring to them as doctor. So this reeks of privilege all up and down. And I have to give him a little bit of credit. At least he understands, even in his 69 years, how to make some smoke, but this is smoke that we don't really need to talk about because it's a moot point. He has not a PhD, an EDD, or a DR to his name to have any skin in the game. So next.
Very well said. Also, just note to men and women out there, don't call us kiddos. Never.
Condescending.
Don't ever do it. Please don't.
How about the kids?
Yeah, it's fine, but again, well said. All right, we got to move on to this. The Cleveland Indians are reportedly changing the name of its baseball team after 105 years. So the decision comes after groups like the National Congress of American Indians worked for decades to try and get the name changed. But many, including the president, said the decision was, quote, cancel culture at work. DBL Nation, we got to know what you think. Should the Cleveland Indians change their name? Is this cancel culture? And that's a fair point to bring up. Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. As we're talking, you can vote and you will see the bars moving. I come from Washington, D.C. that had the Washington Redskins, which is a horrendous name, and I'm glad we finally changed it. But to me, if you culturally have a historical context of hurting a marginalized group of people and they're feeling hurt, you do something about it. That's not cancel culture. That's decades of prejudice.
Jeff, what do you think?
You're from Cleveland,
Yes.
right? And this is let me go back to the sport of it, right?
Yeah.
This is your team. You only know the Cleveland Indians,
Yes.
right? So you're like, man, I love the Cleveland Indians. How do you feel about the name being taken away? Is this all good in your eyes, or is there some sort of like historical past that you have as a kid that you're always going to remember the Cleveland Indians?
You know, the historical, that's a great question, Jeff. The historical, especially for sports fans, and I can't speak for you, but you and I are alike in so many ways. It's weird.
We have the Chicago Blackhawks. So,
yeah, definitely. That too. As sports fans, I feel like sports is the first thing that you can connect with your older male adults as a kid. So when the Cavs won their title in 2000, or female, yes. I'm speaking as a boy trying to connect with your uncles and your father. So when you first have those memories, and when the Cavs won their title in 2016, when I shed tears of joy in my friend's bathroom with the door locked and the faucet on because I'm a man and I can't show emotion, I was crying because it just signified. I thought about the relationships with the people that I loved in the years of following this team and the bad seasons and the good seasons. So when they won, I wasn't thinking about the Cavaliers name and what is a Cavalier and is that a pirate? I don't think people care about the Indians. I don't think you care necessarily about the Blackhawks. You care about the memory that's attached to going to the Blackhawks games with your dad and him getting you a hot dog and you sit next to your dad and there are other adults around. You're like, I'm a grown-up. Those memories is what you care about. The name is just a way for politicians to get the phrase cancel culture out there.
But
Go ahead, please.
Well, don't you think that if you're an Indian, you would care? If you're a Native American, you would care?
Right, no, I'm saying they care.
Yeah.
They should care. And if somebody cares, change it.
Yeah,
Who cares?
I think we all agree on the panel that you change it. You know what I mean? But looking back like to the days of being a boy, right? And then you go to those games. I don't think that's going to change my memories if the name changes to make someone else feel better. But the question I want to know, Al, you cried when the Cavs won. What'd you do when the former Cleveland Indians, they lost to the Chicago Cubs in the World Series?
I was at a bar in D.C. and Yeah.
Come on,
that was a rough one. The only thing was it was such a great game. It was like a movie game. Game 7, rain delay, decided in the extra innings. And honestly, so many of my friends are Chicago people, including y'all, that I was really happy for y'all. And we had won the title that year, so I was like, y'all can have it.
And my son was born 2 weeks before that, so he got to see the Chicago Cubs win.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's really good. All right, let's see what you guys said. 68% said no. Should the Cleveland Indians change their name? No. Majority of you say no.
There's been dozens of name changes. Syracuse.
Oh, yeah.
St. John's. The Washington Bullets.
Now we're the Wizards. Absolutely. Write us in so we know what you're thinking. Erica, please stick around. Coming up on DBL, we're honoring the legacy of legendary singer and entertainer Charlie Pride, how he broke barriers in the country music genre. Plus, actor Shia LaBeouf is responding after being accused of abuse and other bad behavior. What's his side of the story? And crazy scene caught on camera at the Las Vegas airport. Where else? Guess what happens in Vegas doesn't always stay there. Good one. We'll be right back. Awesome side view. Love it. Welcome back to DBL. Okay, a man in Las Vegas climbed out onto the wing of a plane and the whole thing was caught on video. Here we go. The man was filmed on the wing of an Alaska Airlines plane on Saturday. This was prior to takeoff. The man was sitting there, walking on the wing. At some point, he removes his socks and then his shoes. Then he tries to climb the winglet. I didn't know that's what it was called, before sliding down and boom. Now, he is okay before he was taken into custody.
For the record, that is how you get off a plane wing. That's the only way to get off.
So, Al, what do you think? It seems like there's something on the wing.
Tori, I have nothing to say about this. I need to hear from Jeff and or Erica. Jeff, you're the resident airport.
Well, I'm just wondering, he lost his mind, but he did not lose his sweater that was tied around his waist.
No, that's
surprisingly. That's a big feat. That's a big feat. How did he get up there?
Yeah, how do you get there? That's my question. Erica, what do you think about this? And also, so you know, the people in that plane had to wait from 12. They were supposed to take off at 12. They had to wait till 5 to take off.
so mad.
So mad.
I was thinking about that. Anytime someone does something stupid, especially at an airport, I'm like, okay, this is affecting everybody now, because you know the flight is going to get delayed. Now everybody's all screwed up. But it did remind me, a few years ago, I was at the Las Vegas airport. I was flying back, and I had been out like dancing the night away, had an early flight. I'm standing in this store, and apparently I was so still. This woman comes up behind me and starts to like stroke my bag, like looking at it. I am not even kidding you. I am not even kidding you. She goes, "Oh my God, I thought you were a mannequin." Like she's
so out of it.
I was so slow. She thought I was a mannequin.
That's more of a compliment to you, Erica, that you look like a. My mannequin would be a Dad Bods Plus.
No one would be like, "You're a mannequin," except be like, "Hey, where's the nachos?"
That's really. How have I never heard that story, Erica?
That's amazing, Erica.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
All right, coming up on DBL, the cast of the beloved Christmas movie Elf reunites virtually. Jeff is in heaven, but they ran into a little bit of a snafu. Next, our medical pro, Dr. Coley, joins us to talk about the COVID vaccine like we were discussing as it gets shipped out across the country. Stay tuned for this conversation. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. We're continuing to talk about the big news of the day, and that is the COVID-19 vaccine. After several long months of not knowing when the end is in sight, we do have a vaccine, and the shipments are happening right now all across the country. As we showed you earlier, healthcare workers are even taking the shot on live TV. Joining us now is someone who has been here since March. I love her a lot. Welcome, Dr. Coley. And Dr. Coley, we have a lot of questions, viewer questions about the vaccine. So I want to get started. First up, Kathy writes, if you've tested positive and recovered, do you need the vaccine?
Kathy, I would recommend the vaccine. So the CDC has not issued formal guidance on this, but as you know, there are some people that don't make antibodies even after they've had COVID-19. Some people make antibodies, but then lose them as early as 2 to 3 months and can be at risk of reinfection. And we also don't know if the immunity to the vaccine actually lasts longer than natural immunity. So for those reasons, I would recommend getting it for sure.
All right, Doc, our next question comes from Larry. He says, does Dr. Coley agree with the decision to give healthcare workers the vaccine first before the general population?
Oh, this is a good one, Larry. And I have to tell you, my friends and I have had a lot of heated arguments about this. So on one hand, obviously, we healthcare workers are at the highest risk of exposure, right? So yeah, maybe we should be first in line. But on the other hand, healthcare workers wear PPE all day long. They know how to protect themselves. So if the point of rolling out the vaccine is really to make a dent in all the American lives that are being lost every day, then shouldn't we be actually be giving it to the community before we give it to the healthcare workers? Because that's how we're going to reduce hospitalizations. That's how we're going to reduce deaths. So I'm curious, what do you guys think? Do you think it was the right thing to give it to healthcare workers first?
1,000,000%.
Yes, I think that there should be some benefit for you putting your life on the line every day.
I thought your answer was fantastic. While you were saying, I'm like, oh, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Because I immediately thought healthcare workers first, but you kind of changed my mind a little bit about that.
Coley, with the mind changing.
That's right. All right, Dr. Coley, I like this question. It was sent in by O'Shea, which is actually Ice Cube's real name.
Is that right?
O'Shea Jackson, yes. Will the list of ingredients be made public? Will the makers of the vaccine be held liable for potential harm caused? Interesting.
Very interesting. So O'Shea, the list of ingredients is already public in the FDA briefing documents, and it has 4 simple things in it. You ready? The mRNA component, that's the active part, that genetic blueprint that we've talked about. Some fats to stabilize that mRNA component, some salts to maintain the pH of that, and then some sugar to protect it when it's being frozen to those ultra low temperatures. So there's no microchip that's monitoring you, there's no GPS tracking device, there's no actual virus, and all of those conspiracy theories really need to be laid to rest. And in terms of liability, that's a more interesting question because, you know, on one hand, this is a bit of an investigational product because it's been approved under emergency use. So I don't know what the company's liability would be because I'm not a lawyer, but obviously from a doctor's perspective, because it's still being studied, I think they'll be relatively protected even if something wrong comes out of the vaccine.
I like that everyone thinks there's a chip in there.
Yeah.
You carry your phone with you everywhere, you morons.
Okay.
And also, like, they never sued Dr. House for trying really, like, out-of-the-box, like, cures.
The TV fictional character?
Yes, he never got sued. He's like, give me a pencil and some
What a terrible argument also.
He never got sued.
Oh,
he always knew what to do.
He wasn't real.
He thought outside the box.
Thank you so much, Doctor, who is real. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
We've all got...
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. We actually got a lot of Indigenous people writing in. Jerry wrote in that they said they absolutely should change the name because India is in Asia, not American. And we got another person, Derek Lovenstein, says perhaps you should have asked Native Americans since they are the only ones that have skin in this game. Some of you saying I wouldn't be able to keep up with the names of the sports teams after you keep changing them. Is that a real issue, you think?
No.
Or is
I
that an
don't think
excuse?
so. I don't think so. Yeah, the Indian comment's interesting because Columbus, right? When he came here, he thought he was in India.
He sure did.
That's why they were called Indians.
He was lost.
Yeah, he was.
He was
but
lost.
I think that's interesting. I don't think a lot of people know that. Maybe they do, but I don't know. I'm just trying to drop some knowledge and look smart.
No, makes sense. I don't think we'll have a problem keeping up, though.
No.
I mean,
yeah, that's
wait a second. What was the hockey team from the town I grew up in for 40 years? Oh, I forgot.
I think we can figure that out.
They keep changing it every 60 years or so.
How? I can't figure it out. All right, enough of my hair. Remember, everyone, to watch DBL on Facebook or YouTube. You can always chat with us and other viewers, with the hosts always during the commercials, and we will read your comments on TV.
My comments?
No
They're
one
gonna be on
cares
TV?
about your comments.
Do you want me to say the Columbus comment?
I think we're good. It's
Okay.
your chance to be part of DBL Nation, and if you're sticking around, here's what's coming up on DBL. I'm catching up with actress Rachel Bilson. She's sharing her favorite holiday traditions and last-minute gift ideas, and we're honoring the legendary life of country music star Charlie Pride. DBL is new every day. We'll be right back.
Is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Kiss an angel good morning and love her like the devil when you get back home. Come on, y'all, help us sing this song. Kiss an angel good morning.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. That was the late, great Charlie Pride singing his hit song, Kiss an Angel, Good Morning, at the CMA Awards last month. He passed away from complications due to COVID-19 on Saturday. I'm Tori here with Jeff and Al. Sam has the day off. Erica also joins us from home. This is a hard one. Charlie Pride was a true legend. The singer broke so many barriers, becoming country music's first black star in the 1960s. And up until the 1990s, Charlie was the only black country singer signed to a major label. That's incredible. Earlier this month, Charlie performed at the CMAs, picking up a Lifetime Achievement Award. The event was held indoors, and many people in the crowd did not wear masks. Now, after Charlie's death, singer Maren Morris, who also attended the CMAs, tweeted, then deleted a post that suggested Charlie may have contracted the virus at the event. In a statement, the CMA said, quote, Charlie was tested prior to traveling to Nashville. He was tested upon landing in Nashville and again on show day, with all tests coming back negative. After returning to Texas following the CMA Awards, Charlie again tested negative multiple times. So I first want us to address Charlie Pride and what an amazing pioneer and musician he is. You wouldn't hear people like Darius Rucker taking over the charts now without him. He was the Jackie Robinson of that era. In fact, Jackie Robinson was his hero, and he actually played baseball, which it turned out.
Professional baseball. So what's a bigger feat? Playing professional baseball when he did, right? Or cracking into the country music business in the 1960s. I mean, this man took two things.
You're right.
And rose to the top of both of them. I mean, they should make a movie about this guy, because that's incredible. Just one of those.
And let's not forget what he did, Jeff, in terms of maybe being the pioneer that eventually led us into the crossover of hip hop with Old Town Road.
Oh,
my
God, great point,
He
Al.
has done so much for opening the doors for so many people, and I think that he is a shining example of what happens when you push all the noise and the haters and the naysayers aside, and you just stay on your path. I know that we lost him, and we can talk about was his death untimely or not, but let's focus on the 86 years that he had on this planet, because I'll take 86 Charlie Pride years over whatever's behind door number 2.
There were tough years, but look what he did. I do want to bring it back to Maren Morris a little bit here, because I just don't like the comment, right? If all of that is true, that he was tested before, during, and after, and if Maren Morris didn't get COVID herself or know somebody at the show that got COVID, just to spit this out of this is how this legend died, I think it's a little irresponsible. I don't know why it rubs me the wrong way.
She speculated and insinuated when she shouldn't have. I agree. She's actually a really great ally to African Americans, and has always been in the country music world. But that was, I agree with you that was not a great tweet. I do agree that the CMAs, the optics to me felt funny. I just felt weird seeing people all together inside without a mask.
But if everybody's tested, it's like you're watching a baseball game or a football game or a hockey game or any other award show that we have. If you're tested, you should be okay to be around other people.
And I guess I feel more comfortable with award shows now that are done in like a simulcast that isn't everybody in the same room. It's just because I'm nervous about it, so it makes me nervous. But she shouldn't have tweeted it. I agree with you.
Hey.
Here
you go. Starting the week off right.
You guys agree. I don't like it.
All right, well, this is another story that everyone's talking about. Shia LaBeouf is speaking out over allegations of abuse. Let me tell you the story. Last week, his ex-girlfriend, FKA Twigs, filed a lawsuit against him, claiming Shia had abused her both physically and mentally. Then over the weekend, singer Sia, which you can see right here for the first time ever, called the actor a, quote, very sick pathological liar who conned her into having an adulterous relationship after he claimed he was single when he was not. In a statement to the New York Times, Shia said, quote, I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalizations. I've been abusive to myself and everyone around me for years. I have a history of hurting the people closest to me. I'm ashamed of that history, and I'm sorry to those I hurt. Shia also said he is currently sober in a 12-step program, but said many of the allegations against him are not true. Erica, I would love your take on this, because at one point FKA Twigs said he would sleep with a gun because he was sort of paranoid at all times, which made her obviously very paranoid for her life, and it made her a completely anxious and anxiety-ridden person. What do you feel about this and Shia's response?
I'm glad that she's speaking out about this because I think that this affects a lot more people than are willing to admit and come forward. Shia LaBeouf has been in crisis for quite some time. I've interviewed him a few times. I remember in 2008 interviewing him and him saying that one drink was too many and a million drinks wasn't enough.
Wow.
He's always been very transparent about his battles with substance abuse and the fact that, you know, he just cannot control himself when he is under the influence. So he's obviously someone who's been in and out of therapy, in and out of help, in and out of rehab, and hopefully it gets to the point where this sticks. I think the story about Sia is so interesting as a part of this too, because how many people have been in relationships with people who claim not to be in a relationship. So that part of the equation is like so common. There's just a lot to unpack here, but I hope he gets the help that he needs.
Yeah, and remember, a child actor, Al. I mean, we see a lot of people growing up with that. His father wasn't around, and hurt people, and he's opening up at least, but he sounds like a terrifying person to be around.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have the disease of alcohol and I'm sure substance abuse, and you have no boundaries. Usually people are bound by their financial status. You know, I would buy another bottle, but I can't. You know, or I would do this or I get fired. If you don't have those boundaries and you have that disease, this is how it manifests itself.
Just this perfect storm.
I just always compare. I think he's a great artist, right?
He's a great actor.
Taking that aside, I think he's a great artist. I think he's a little out there too. He thinks outside the box, and I think when those like genius and the way you think meet up in reality, then you have the substance abuse. This is all alleged. Not the best things happen. We've seen it over and over.
It's a recipe for disaster for people like that. I agree. Well, let's turn to some happier news. Jeff, can we get a close-up of you when I say this? The cast of Elf reunited for a virtual table reunion last night. That was actually like terrifying.
I thought I was the Grinch. Remember when that guy does the perfect
I hate
smile?
that. Was scary. I hate that. The original cast met over Zoom. Will Ferrell, Zooey Deschanel, Papa Elf, Bob Newhart all showed up, as did Santa, Ed Asner. He was filmed reading his script by his computer. Zoe and Will also recreated their fun duet of Baby It's Cold Outside. Take a look.
At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
Averting my pride.
Really can't stay. But it's cold outside.
Are we gonna acknowledge the hair?
And the beard?
And the beard? Will Ferrell letting it all go. So what do you love about Elf and why? A lot of people write in saying it's their favorite Christmas movie.
It's my favorite Christmas. It just never gets old. I think it's the kid in me, right? It's just like, by the way, there's some behind the scenes. I have to talk about that photo right there, that he looks giant. That's not like CGI. That's just him setting up here and everyone else setting up behind them, and they put it together. So that's kind of cool. It's behind the scenes. If you have the DVD, Alexa, thank you for that little insight. But I could watch it 100 times, and if you can too, because it's on all the time during Christmas, and I just laugh every single time.
I think it's because like classics like Bob Newhart, Ed Asner. I said I could watch Bob Newhart read a menu, and I'd be like, more, just more. You know what I mean? Al, comedian?
Yeah.
You ever seen? Have you ever seen Alf?
No, I've never seen Elf. I know.
Erica, have you seen Elf?
Well, I was just thinking favorite Christmas movie. I think I have seen Elf, but my favorite Christmas movie that I watch over and over is Best Man Holiday.
Oh, that's a good one.
I thought you were going to say Wish for Christmas, Erica.
Who was in Wish for Christmas, Jeff?
I don't know, some great actors, I'll tell you that.
Jeff Schroeder was in it. Pastor Paul. Oh, man. All right. Well, speaking of Santa, 2 undercover cops. This is insane. I feel like I'm on acid when I tell you this story. They dressed
How would you know what that felt like?
I don't know. I've heard stories. They dressed as Saint Nick and an elf, helped take down some would-be car thieves, okay? So the officers were stationed outside a shopping center to crack down on holiday crime. Santa spotted 3 men attempting to steal a Honda CR-V in the parking lot. He jumped into action. We've got the tape. Take a look.
Get him, Santa!
Get him, Santa!
Al, say something funny.
I don't like it. I don't like that Santa's, because I think about some 6-year-old kid driving by and seeing Santa just do like he's hitting a tackling dummy, and his Christmas that was already hanging on pins and needles with this COVID just goes like that would destroy me as a kid. That's daylight.
That was a weak tackle, though. That was like.
Well, the guy was he weighed more than he thought he did, so he did the spin throw down. Yeah, he had to get momentum going.
Erica, what did you think when you saw this? Ooh.
I'm just laughing at Al because that's exactly what I was thinking about. Like, there's some kid that's in the car with their mom who doesn't even see what's happening, and they're describing this entire scene, and the mother's like, "Okay, Jason, go back to your iPad."
See, I would be happy if my kid saw that. I'm like, see, Santa sticks up for the little people.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You're gonna get something from Santa.
Oh man! All right, there's another one. One woman has lit the internet on fire after she posted a video on TikTok rinsing her ground beef. I'm gonna let that sit for a hot second. In the video, the woman decides to get rid of all of the grease in the pan, then rinses the beef through a strainer in the sink, and then she puts it back into the pan and continues to cook it. Now, I do have to have a caveat here. Our senior producer, Michael Dean, who we love, also washes the beef grease off.
Listen, it doesn't make it right, Michael Dean. It does not make it right. First of all, if you want to get less fat, just get 80-20, 90-10. You know, there's different percentages you could get in beef to make it less fat.
Yeah, let's be clear. Michael Dean is very fit, so he's trying to keep the fat off. He's one of the strongest men I know.
Listen,
here's Michael Dean.
If washing your meat looks like that, then sign me up.
Yeah, there you go, Michael Dean.
Honestly, I don't like it. I feel like it's a good way to. First of all,
your juices are gone.
Yeah, your flavor.
Flavor.
Let's call it what it is. Let's use the real F word, flavor. You're getting rid of flavor, and the question is, do you hate yourself? If you hate yourself, let's go ahead and have another sad meal where we weighed everything out. If not, and put some spices on it and enjoy everything.
And dangerous, mind you. If you got a hot pan with oil in there and you throw meat with water that's all on
Splattering. Splattering meat everywhere. I will say on Real Housewives, Erica, I don't know if you know when Lisa Vanderpump was trying to teach someone how to do a chicken, and she says, wash the chicken. She used soap, the woman. Do you remember that, Erica? I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. We
know.
all know that she's not making her own chickens.
Thank you.
She has like 15 restaurants. She's not making her own chickens. She didn't know.
She didn't know. She didn't know. Coming up on DBL, you know her from the OC and Heart of Dixie, but did you know Rachel Bilson has a little knack for giving gifts? Don't worry, she's got last-minute holiday gift guides coming up for you next.
"2020 has been a challenging year, to say the least.
That's why we want to thank you for spending your time with us.
For sending us your comments and opinions.
Especially when you don't agree with us.
That's what this show is about.
And it's because of you we're all a family, and we cherish it.
From all of us here at DBL,
we want to wish you a happy holiday
and a healthy new year.
Welcome back to DBL. Actress Rachel Bilson rose to fame on hit shows like The OC and Heart of Dixie. Earlier, she shared some very clever gift ideas with me in today's Chatting with the Stars. Rachel Bilson, welcome to DBL. Many of us are just starting to shop and ship out gifts for the holidays, and you actually have some good tips for finding the perfect gifts. But first, I want to know what your favorite Christmas traditions are, and did you have to tweak any this year just during the pandemic?
My family, especially my mom's side, is Italian. We're all about cooking and baking, and so we do a huge feast for Christmas Eve. We do all the Christmas cookies that I look forward to every year. And this year, my daughter gets to do it all with us, so I'm really looking forward to that.
What's your favorite Christmas cookie?
Oh, that's so hard to pick.
I know.
My mom, there's these Italian cookies called pizzelles. I know, there's so many. And like these butter cookies that are so good, and this mandel bread, which kind of, it's like our Christmas thing because my dad's side of the family is Jewish, so we have like a really good combination going on.
That's great. I'm Jewish, so mandel bread, you're speaking my language. I love that. Many fans know you from The OC and Heart of Dixie. In addition to acting, though, you are such a fashionista. What's your favorite winter fashion trend? Is there ugly Christmas sweaters? Is there like an earmuff? I'm doing earmuffs. What's your favorite winter trend?
Oh, earmuffs. I mean, the matching sweatsuit has definitely been my staple this whole pandemic and what I would wear anyways. So I am very thrilled about that. And I have half of it on right now. I like had enough, energy to put jeans on with a sweatshirt. And I'm like, okay, I'm dressed up.
Mazel on that. Jeans are hard. I want to ask you about your 6-year-old daughter, Briar Rose, which is the nicest name in the whole wide world. What excites her most about Christmas, and what does she want from Santa this year?
Okay, so she just loves all of Christmas, and Elf on the Shelf's huge, but what's funny was the #1 thing on her list, Amazon sent like a gift guide in the mail, and the first thing she circled was the Echo.Kids edition. And not only was I so excited that I knew what to get her, I was so excited because she's gonna have another friend to talk to in the house, other than just mom. But no, it's really cool, and she's really into music right now, so she can, have Alexa play her favorite songs, and there's parental control, so I don't have to worry about, that.
That's really, really smart. So Amazon Fire Stick, I'm adding the Echo also, because I want to call out songs and things like that, like, hey Alexa, play Taylor Swift over and over and over again. Yeah.
Over and over and over, because everyone really needs that right now.
100%. Happy holidays, Rachel, and thank you again for teaming up with Amazon for some really good gifting ideas.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, and enjoy your Munzel bread. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome back to DBL. Today's Heart Threads is all about strangers who put others before themselves. Watch how a mother and daughter are thanking two men for stepping in during an emergency situation.
This mother is looking for the men who protected her daughter. 13-year-old Riley Britton was at an Atlanta mall with friends. They became separated from Riley's friend's mother when gunshots rang out.
We heard like 2 gunshots, and then we just heard like people screaming.
Riley and her friends took each other's hands and ran. They found a storage closet in the back of a store and hid.
They saw all of us, and then they were hiding up behind boxes at first. And then they saw us, so they moved all the boxes they were hiding behind in front of us, and like threw all this stuff on us, and like put themselves like after us to protect us.
After the all clear was given, Riley returned home to a grateful mother. Mandy posted on social media in hopes of reaching the men who helped her daughter.
I just really wanted to thank those 2 men in particular, but any other person out there that went out of their way to help.
I just wanted to say thank you for helping us and like trying to protect everybody.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
DBL. We're catching up with the hosts of Home and Family, Cameron Matheson and Debbie Matenopoulos. From Cam's fitness tips in lockdown to celebrating this special time of year. We're talking all about it. That's tomorrow on DBL. Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments, and DBL Nation is really upset about something, and it's about washing your meat. So we're going to talk about that. DD writes in, I have never in all my life heard of washing your ground beef, ever. Pablo says, washing ground beef, what's next? Giving your pork a bubble bath? Good one. Mandy says, an ex-boyfriend of mine washed his ground beef once. It was on date number 2. That was the end of the relationship for me. And Sylvie says, I washed my ground beef and tenderly pat it down with a cloth so as not to get water in the pan.
That's what I was talking about with the oil.
Oh, I could see that.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause you gotta, if you put wet in oil, if you just put water in oil, it's going to explode a little bit, right? So to brown your meat, you want it drier. I know we're 4 years old and we snicker every time we say
No.
But yeah, so this is the first I've ever heard of this.
Eric, have you ever heard of this in your family? Anyone cleansing their
girl,
beef?
please, no.
Okay, sorry,
Absolutely
I asked.
not. What kind of question is that?
I'm so sorry. She's like very offended.
Girl.
It's interesting to see what different cultures do.
I don't know if cultures do this.
It's just Michael Dean.
Yes.
It's just Michael Dean, our producer. Poor guy.
Culture.
Michael, you feeling okay about everything?
Yeah, just great.
He's looking good.
What a random shot that was.
It was good, though. Looked good. DBL is new every day. We hope you all are safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Much love. Bye, guys.
Thank you.